realize the number. That's cool. That's cool. Where did you see it? You also have to say where you see it, because otherwise you're just counting stuff, right? Hello, everyone. In case you don't know, what I was just talking about is that I'm gonna put a stream number from now on in somewhere in the thumbnail, and I want to try to hide it a little bit, just to give you a little bit of an extra exercise. Okay, I think this is good. The camera is good, but the phone is still a little bit too much. Yeah. Okay, somewhere over there. That's fine. Hello, Marissa. Hey, Jake. Rich is here. Michael SQ. Hello. Mr. Martin, obviously cool person. Tootloop. Tootloop. I don't know how to pronounce your name, Tootloop, but it's funny to say Tootloop. Hey, Linda. Yes, cherry blossoms. Huh? It's everywhere. It's Amsterdam is full of cherry trees. Why don't you come on my cherry tree? I don't know what I was thinking. Singing, not sinking. What are you thinking about? Do you want to have a conversation?
Sorry?
Do you want to have a conversation?
About?
Animals.
Animals?
Yeah.
I don't have much time. I have to get back from my lunch.
That's okay.
Sorry, good luck though.
Thanks. Have a good one. Hey, Pia. Nice to see you here. It's a strong wind today. And it's a fucking Dutch spring. What can I say? It's hard to describe because it was hailing in the morning, then it was sunny, then it rained as I came here. Now it's sunny again. Super strong wind. It's gonna be 2 degrees in the night, so it's gonna get almost to freezing temperature. So this is the indication that spring has come. That's just how Dutch springs are. You get all 4 seasons in one day. And this is what we're getting today, all the 4 seasons. Kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Pia Ben, hello Mr. Benifer, Benzine Fur person. The Wandering Mason, hello. I'm in front of the Rice Museum. I decided to be today because it's sunny and the weather's kind of shit. And I was like, well, the weather was shit before. Now it's sunny, but it's gonna come back. The shit is gonna come back. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. I hope so too. Let's see if we can spark some conversations. You wanna have a conversation? Not just have some conversations, but actually be good at it. Hey, B12 babe, nice to see you here. Always a pleasure. Did you move there before 2020? Asks me Ben. There, like in Amsterdam? Yeah, I've been here for 11 years. You want to have a conversation?
We don't speak very good English, so...
That's okay. Have a good one. Are you sure those are cherries? Marissa, I don't think these are cherries in particular. I think these are the... I don't know what you call it. Trees. They're tree things. Tree thingies. I don't think they're cherries because in the summer there are no cherries here. Are you vegan? Yeah, of course I am. What sort of person wouldn't be? Yeah, kind of like that. I saw somebody else. I'm not sure. There's a lot of kids though today here. Woof woof. Hello. Where are you? Seems idyllic. I'm in front of Rijksmuseum. Seems idyllic. It does look pretty nice, right? Like the little flowers, the stuff. It's kind of nice, yeah. Hello. Vegan for 5 years. Meat only on weekends. Well, that doesn't mean you're vegan, bro. It just means you exploit and abuse animals on weekends. I'm a feminist, except for weekends, when I abuse women. Imagine somebody saying that. What sort of nonsense is that? Dicks and pizzas. You only abuse animals on weekends. Therefore, you respect animals' rights. No, you don't. If you abuse them once a week, you don't. Or twice a week, in your case, doesn't mean that you respect animals or their rights. It means you violate their rights twice a week. Respecting somebody's rights means you never violate their rights. Hi, do you want to have a conversation?
Hi.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. Are your parents here?
Those are my teachers.
Your teachers?
Yeah.
Can she be on camera?
Can I be on camera? Yeah, it's okay.
I need consent also from you, also from a guardian. That's what I'm saying. Like
Oh, my
someone that.
guardian.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. I'll call my mom.
Oh, you can't call your parents. I'm guessing your teachers are responsible for you, so that's
They're
why.
responsible for me right
Yeah. Okay. Then you can do your camera. Then. Come here so that. What's your name?
My name is Angel.
Angel.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Angel.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from? Do you live here in Amsterdam?
No, I live in Zaandam.
You live in Zaandam?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like Zaandam. So, Angel, I'm an animal rights activist. I speak up for animals.
Okay.
How do you feel about animals?
I love animals.
You love animals?
Yeah.
Do you think we can love animals while at the same time pay for them to be treated like objects?
I don't think that's okay. I really don't think that's okay.
It's not okay, right?
Because animals have rights to it. Like, they have hearts, they have a soul. So I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, what kind of rights do you think an animal should have?
The same rights as a human has.
Yeah, so if there's no need for us to use them or abuse them, we shouldn't do it, right?
Yeah, right.
Do you think that in the production of food, for example, we abuse animals?
Yeah, because we slaughter them. So
Yeah.
they'll die.
Completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Do you think we need to do this to them?
What?
Do you think we need to do this to them?
No, because humans don't need like meat. We don't need it.
Completely
It's just
agree.
something we want.
Yeah, and here comes the difficult question. Do you pay for this to happen? Do you buy animal products? Do you consume animal products?
To be honest, I do. But like,
But do you see the contradiction then? Because
Yeah,
your
I do.
values say one thing and then
yeah,
your
I
actions
know.
do not say
But
another,
like,
right?
it's most of my family eats meat, so it's
Yeah.
normal for us to buy it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't eat it on a daily basis. Like, I eat it like maybe 2 times a week or something. So it's not like a daily basis.
No, I know, but if I say I'm a feminist, but
Yeah.
2 times per week I beat up a woman.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's kind of messed up, isn't it?
Yeah,
right?
right.
It's kind of messed up,
Yeah.
isn't it? Even if all my family does it also, it doesn't
Yeah.
make it better, does
Yeah,
it?
you're right.
Or everyone around me does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think you can do about it?
I think like I should stop buying animal products. So like
That's
that's
true.
actually better for the earth and like for us as well and for the animals.
100%.
Yeah.
What would you call a person that doesn't pay for any animal products?
A vegan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered being vegan?
I haven't though. Like when I was 9 or something, I did want to be a vegan, but like it's a bit hard because my whole family eats meat, so it's a bit hard.
I can understand the difficulty
Yeah.
there. But if I could, I'll just challenge you a little bit on this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's imagine that your family starts eating dogs.
No, that's not normal. That's not normal.
Yeah, whatever, if it's normal or not. But like,
No,
and
like,
then
it's not
everyone
okay.
around us starts eating dogs, right? Would you also do it?
I wouldn't because like I think personally we have like dogs as like animals at home, right? So
Yeah.
I don't really think that's normal because
But
like,
they wouldn't be
live-
those dogs. They would be different dogs, right?
I don't think I would do that.
No. But don't you think that since you give them the consideration, since you give consideration to these dogs, you should also give them to these other animals?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they all deserve it, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate you being open-minded. Let me give you a card. Thank you for stopping by and having this
problem, no
conversation with me. You're 16 years old.
Yeah.
You're more open-minded than a lot of adults that I speak to,
Thank
and
you.
that's nice. There's a documentary here called Dominion, maybe Dominion or the most important speech you'll ever hear. Give that a watch, and you have all the resources there to help you. Okay?
thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Have
good
a nice day.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Do you want to have a conversation?
Bye.
Bye. You're with them? Dogs taste good. I don't know, bro. I respect all animals. I don't go by how I feel. If I would go by how I feel, I could be able to justify a lot of horrific things, couldn't I? I don't like you. You're making me angry. You're getting me upset. I should kill you, because I feel like I don't like you at this moment. Let's see, another thing. What? You promoted this person instead of me? I should kill that person, because therefore I could take their position, because then there would be nobody else. Eliminate all competition. Like, imagine if we just always behave this way about my pleasure, my convenience, and me is the priority above any other injustices I'm committing. But that's the thing, isn't it? Because when it comes to injustices against other animals, we've grown so accustomed to it that we see it as like okay or normal. But in no way should it be okay or normal, because it is still an injustice. Any form of injustice that we've been doing, even for centuries, is still a form of injustice, and we should stop doing it. So this whole idea of just going to continue doing this injustice because it benefits me, it's kind of messed up, right? Because again, like if you apply it to any other injustice, you would end up in horrific scenarios, horrific. It's not normal to think about killing people. Well, all of you kill people every single day for your food. You just don't consider them people, but they are very much exactly the same as people. You just don't call them people. But they have all the traits of a person. They have a personality, they have thoughts, they have emotions, they think, they feel, they learn, they go through life wanting to be respected. They have, what do you call it, interests. They're, for all accounts and purposes, exactly like a child, and we call children people. But the animals, no, we don't for some reason, because that's how we are, right? We're a little bit like we showed dominance at some point in the animal kingdom, and it's our animalic nature that we just can't escape. We can't be logical about it or something. But tell me, what interest does a fish have? The same as you, liberty, happiness, liberty, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Same as you. That's essentially, we're programmed that you wanting life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are not things you want because you were taught to want them. They're not things you want because you learned to want this in school. Nobody taught you to want these things. You just inherently want them because you're a sentient being. All sentient beings inherently want these things. So if any creature on this planet is sentient, then they want the same thing. And then they are, for all accounts and purposes, as I said, people. So we should not be doing this to them. Should fish vote? No, I mean, giving fish the right to vote obviously wouldn't mean anything because fish couldn't vote. Just like children can't vote, right? Should we give children the right to vote? No. Should we give fish the right to vote? No. It's not that if we did give them the right to vote, they would actually do it. It's just that there would be a possibility of corruption, so that's why we shouldn't do it. But, again, treat animals as you would kids. So give animals the same rights you would kids. Protect them. Where are you from? I'm originally from Romania, but I live in the Netherlands and I'm officially Dutch. Dude's got an answer for it all. Well, I've been doing this for, 4 years. I've been having conversations, a lot of conversations. I've been having over 3,000 conversations with people. So I would say after 3,000 conversations, more than 3,000 conversations, you pretty much get all the questions that you can get. In fact, none of the questions that I get these days are new. Sometimes you get like a new form of a question, but they're all really literally the same question. That's also something for you to think about, right? The fact that any form of argument that you can form against the idea of veganism has already been debunked several times on and off. The fact that they have been repeated by so many other people just speaks to how repetitive and illogical these arguments are, that they're just instinctive arguments, that you just blur them out instead of actually thinking them through. Let me put my phone into do not disturb just so that we make sure we don't get into a situation where we're disturbed. Are you British? No, I'm not British, of course not. I don't understand this obsession with the ethnicity. Doesn't matter where I came out of my mother's vagina. You want to have a conversation?
Yeah, sure.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah.
How old are you?
22.
22, okay, that's good. You want to come here so that you're in view?
Sure.
What's your name?
Mutz.
Mutz. I'm Chip, nice to meet you.
Chip,
Where are you
nice
from,
to
Mutz?
I'm from Netherlands, not Amsterdam though.
Oh, nice. I'm from Romania, but I live here in the Netherlands and Amsterdam.
Cool.
I want to ask you, I'm an animal rights activist. How do you feel about animals?
Good. I mean, I love them.
Yeah,
I only eat chicken myself
yeah,
because I do think we need some animal protein in there.
yeah,
But apart from that, I'm completely meat-free.
yeah. Do you consume dairy products and stuff like that?
I do.
Do you wear leather and stuff like that?
No.
No, not shoes, not anything?
Nope.
Okay, well that's good, at least with the leather. So, do you think that, you said you need some animal protein. What if you found out that you don't?
I mean, technically, I know you can go without.
So then we don't need it.
Yeah, but I do. I do feel better when I eat some meat, I suppose, in my diet.
Yeah, but if I feel better when I abuse a person, doesn't mean I should do that, does it?
That's very true.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the same if I feel good about eating somebody's flesh, it doesn't necessarily mean I should.
No, I would hope not.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah. But like, you know, these chickens are very much like all these other animals. They have sentience, they're intelligent beings, they have thoughts, feelings, all this. Like, do you really think it's okay to kill them for feeling better?
No, no. But I also say, because the way it's organized, I don't have to see anything, which
Yeah.
is even worse, because
Yeah.
you never experience the real thing of getting food.
That's
you
the
know?
sad reality. You don't see it, but it still
Yeah.
happens.
It is, and they've hid it
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
They don't teach in school anymore. They don't show the videos anymore.
You know why?
I think complaints about like 2 generations before. They thought, oh, it's too cruel for the kids.
Well, it's a business after all, right? They acknowledge
make-
that if people see it, less people want to buy it.
That's
so-
true. You got a point there.
Yeah, and also they not only that you don't see it because of that, but they also they put money in the pockets of politicians so that activists like myself cannot go and film it, or they cannot have transparency about it, right? Like if you think what you're doing is so okay, why aren't you transparent about it? It's kind of fucked up.
How is it in Romania then?
Oh, it's the same everywhere. It's
Yeah?
absolutely the same everywhere.
And
It's not. There's no difference.
What has you doing this?
Well, I think it's one of those, like, you know, we have a lot of problems in the world,
Yeah.
but in reality, this is one of those that's such a big problem, but also such a low-hanging fruit because it's such an easy solve. Like literally, if you choose to be a plant-based and be vegan,
Yeah.
you are saving so many animals per year, like individuals. Like imagine if you could save animals, people, whatever. Like they're all, to them, their life matters just as much as your life matters to you, right?
Yeah.
So when you choose to save one of them, it's the same as saving a human or something. But you know, we choose to see them as inferior or something, but they're
They're
to
not.
them, yeah.
Do you
they're-
think it will be, if we're talking a few centuries from here, it's
Yeah.
going to be outbanned? Do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't think because of animals. Like I don't think it's going to be banned because of animals. I think it's going to be banned because it's just highly unproductive to grow food, to feed to animals, and then us eat the animals.
Yeah.
We're probably just going to produce lab-grown meat or stuff like that, which is going to
And
be.
but what your fix for this problem is just so self-grown.
Yeah, just don't buy. No, not
Don't
sell.
buy.
Just don't buy.
Don't buy.
Don't buy animal. Because if you grow a chicken yourself and kill them, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's still just as cruel. But you know about the dairy industry, for example. Like the dairy industry is to me like the cruelest thing on earth.
Yeah?
Do you know?
No, talk to me.
Yeah. So why do cows produce milk?
What?
Why do cows produce milk?
For their babies.
Exactly.
Yeah, once they get pregnant.
So they have to be pregnant, right?
They
Do you
do.
think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate?
No, they're forced.
Yeah, they're forced. Yeah. So that already to me is like already crossing a line that I would never want to cross. To forcefully impregnate an animal is just the sexual abuse is insane to me. It's
Yeah.
like it's already bad. When the babies are born, they separate them from their mothers. Do you
Yeah.
know why they do that?
So they don't get attached, I think.
That's why they separate them early.
Yeah.
They separate them on their first day so that they don't get attached. It's
Oh,
true.
I've read they get used after a few times of it, and so they keep getting them in production.
Yeah,
something like that?
but the reason why they separate them is because if they stay with the mother, they will
Yeah.
drink the milk. You know, because instinctively, when they're hungry, they'll drink the milk. It's like you drink your mother's milk. Somebody drinks their mother's milk. Well, a baby cow doesn't. We separate them from their mothers, and we give them formula a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Have you been, for example, here in Amsterdam Sebos?
No, I've been nowhere in Amsterdam.
You haven't been nowhere?
No.
Oh, there's a Geitenboerderij. There's a goat farm here in
Yeah.
Amsterdam Sebos. And if you go there, you'll see exactly this. You see the females are separated from the males. Well, there's actually only one male, because the male, that was what I was going to say, that the males are killed.
Yeah.
And the females are killed when they're no longer productive, which is like at a quarter of their lifespan. So,
Yeah.
so when you go to this goat farm, you'll see exactly this, that the males there's only 1 or 2 males, and they're also kept separate from the females.
Yeah.
That the children are separated from the mothers, that the mothers constantly just look in the direction of the children because obviously they want to be with their kids. The kids are also separated between males and females. The males are kept separate. And you'll also see that next to the children there's a machine which has an artificial tit, and on top there's some dust thing. It's the formula that they feed them. So they literally impregnate the goats. They take them. I don't know. I don't think you have to impregnate the goats. I think they get pregnant pretty easily. But like, they use their babies. They take away their babies and they use the milk for their own, and then they feed them something. It's messed up in my
Yeah.
opinion. Right?
Yeah. And but are you part of an organization? You do
No,
this
I'm
on
just
your
on
own?
my own. On my
Yeah.
own. I do go with some organizations from time to time, but I'm on my own today.
Yeah.
What do you think you can do about it? Like, what's your responsibility in this matter?
I do think it starts with the people. You know, that's how you fix it.
Yeah.
Most big issues, no, honestly, get
But-
them moving.
At least at this moment in time,
Yeah.
right? Because there's so few people who.
It starts with yourself. I mean, once you've taken care of yourself, you can start spreading awareness.
Yeah.
But first, you need somebody who's actually into it.
Yeah.
And how you do that, that's the hard part, and I don't know, in all honesty.
Yeah, well, I can give you resources to help you with all this, but have you ever considered being vegan and leaving all this
In the future, maybe.
horror
Right
behind?
now, no.
But I get what you mean in the future, right? It's obviously better than not at all. But
I mean,
but
it's
in
also
the,
because you keep saying in the future it never happens.
yeah.
And
But it's also that
it's
in
being
the
a
process,
hypocrite.
let's imagine that you actually do it in the future, and let's imagine that it's in a month, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Within that month, some innocent animals will lose their life, right?
Yeah.
And imagine if you were in their shoes, would you find like would you be okay with the idea of somebody saying, well, I'm only gonna kill you and then I want to stop,
No, I wouldn't.
right? It would be
Yeah,
messed up.
it
It
is.
would be messed
It
up.
is.
So we got to think of them as like obviously reducing and stopping is better because we reduce the numbers of
Yeah.
victims,
So my mom's calling.
but each victim matters. That's my point of view.
Hey, I gotta go.
Let me give you a card, okay? Thank you for stopping by, and
No problem.
be compassionate to animals and fair, most importantly. There's a thing here called Challenge 22. Oh God. They hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day, and they help you go vegan.
Good
So
luck
every
with your
single
cause.
thing you have
Okay.
issue, they can help you out. Okay?
try
Can you
that.
give a challenge the most important speech you'll ever hear or watch? I think you'll really like it. It appears if you scan this QR code as the second video.
Sure. Good luck,
Thank you.
guy.
Have a good one. Cheers. I thought he was nice. Yeah, that's why I'm jacked and shredded. Yeah, I'm also jacked and shredded. I'm surprised by how shredded I am these days. I've been eating so many calories and I'm so shredded. I'm ultra shredded. Like I got abs during the day, which it never happened to me before. Like you can see my six pack during the day. That's insane to me. Like I used to see the six pack like, with lighting, with good lighting and stuff, but during the day, forget about it. And I also see striations in my quads, which I'm like, what? I've never seen striations in my quads. That's pretty cool, man. Striations, like, it's just sexy. That's what it is. It's sexy. Facts, Chip is pretty jacked. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm honestly, lately, I've had an injury in my right arm, which is almost healed, by the way. So good news there. I'm gonna start lifting heavier again. And even with all that, I still have managed to perform pretty well. So many incels on this app now. I don't know if I would call people incels. I don't know what that means in particular, but yeah. Hey, Sard. Chip is jacked. Yeah, thank you. Go Trump. Go Trump to jail, you mean? Yeah, he should go to jail. You're right. Because he was convicted of, 34 felonies? And he's also, he's a woman abuser, right? He was, if you don't like the word rapist, he definitely was convicted of sexual abuse towards women. So I don't know why you would want to defend a person like that, but then again, people come in here defending violence all the time for their own pleasure. So why wouldn't you defend somebody who is violent towards women for their pleasure, right? If you're that type of person. Yeah.
They ran away to a bridge. That's called the bridge home. Because the bridge is now their home and they found some other.
Later, James, with the clogged arteries. Yeah. On top of animal products doing that, You're saying in Romanian, my face. Thank you for my face. Yeah, I have a lovely face. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. It's the face of a very intelligent person over here. If you can't laugh at yourself. Well, you know what? My face is if you believe in God, my face is the result of cruelty from God. Because my face looks older than I am. Why? Because just God decided to to pull a prank on me. Up until hitting puberty, I looked younger, like way younger. And then when I hit puberty, maybe I had a year where I looked good. And then I had looking way older. If you believe in a God, then God's a dick for doing that to me. Because you're vegan. I wasn't vegan when this was happening, bro. So it can't be because I'm vegan now, because that was in the past. In fact, if anything, you could say it's because I was consuming animal products, right? Because I was consuming animal products at the time. Yeah, and there is no logical reason to believe in a God. No, I completely agree with you. There is none. I also don't believe it. But to the people who do, the people who they don't really believe in God. They just the people who choose to follow a doctrine that makes no sense, but they're too afraid to get out of it, because that's usually the case, right? I don't want to burn in hell or something. You're just too afraid to get out of it. I just ordered extra bacon on my BLT because of you. Well, you just sent innocent animals into gas chambers. If you think you're triggering me, you're not. You're just doing, something extremely evil. Somebody online is triggering you. You're feeling bad about it, and in turn, you want to have a conversation?
What do you want to talk about?
Animals.
Animals?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, so.
We got about
You want to come here? You got a little time?
a little bit.
How
Ask
much
me
time
any
you got?
question.
I'm Chip. What's your name?
7 minutes. Carlton.
Carlton.
I
Where are you
see
from?
my youths there. St. Kitts.
Yeah. Where are you from?
St. Kitts. You know where St. Kitts is?
No, where's that?
In the Caribbean.
The Caribbean. That's
Yeah.
nice. So I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be a bit of a hard one, okay?
Okay.
Do you think slavery is moral?
Is moral?
Yeah.
Of course it's not moral.
What if the individual that we're enslaving doesn't realize that they're enslaved?
The individuals who are enslaved don't realize they're enslaved.
Yeah.
What would I think about them?
Yeah, do you think that's moral if they don't know that they're slaves?
Wow. Okay, you're making me think about this one. But it's wrong is wrong.
It's wrong is wrong. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since
okay,
we-
so if you don't know that you're being enslaved,
Yeah. The person.
but you're being enslaved by, the slavers,
Yeah.
then they know that
They
it's
know that they're
wrong,
doing that. Yeah. They should know that. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And why say for instance me, why wouldn't I know that I'm enslaved?
Maybe
Why-
you're intellectually challenged. Maybe you have a disability that
Why would I be intellectually challenged?
some people are born that way. But the reason why I'm asking you this question is
No, I don't believe people are born that way.
Oh, they are.
People
There's
have been
hydro.
deprived of the education.
No. There's people who's deprived of education, and I agree with you with that one. But there's
Yeah.
but there's people who are born with like literally parts of their brain missing. It's called, for example, hydroencephaly and
well
stuff,
then,
right?
okay, that's a different. That's a
Yeah.
whole.
Like
That's
there's people with disabilities who forbids
Right.
them from a lot. Like cognitively, they're not very. Like they're not
Then-
to the level of
okay.
of other humans. Let's say.
Well, that's a whole different thing because now, not only slavery, it would be the treatment of people on the whole. Because you could go into a medical facility with mentally challenged people
Yeah.
and ask that same question.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an ableist thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about enslaving animals? I want to get to the point because this is where I'm here to speak for.
Enslaving animals.
Yeah. Do you think it's okay to enslave animals?
No, I think animal
That's why I brought up this
deserve
idea that they don't know, right?
their
Because animals they don't
freedom.
know.
I believe animals deserve their freedom.
Yeah.
I don't agree with keeping a bird in a cage. Or
What about farming animals? Do you think that's slavery?
for the meat or
For whatever reason, meat, eggs, milk, leather, whatever. We don't need any of it, so isn't that slavery?
I think so. A form of slavery, definitely.
Yeah,
most
right.
definitely. Most definitely. And I believe that the slavery pretty much comes from, I believe, the enslavers, because they're in slavery of their own greed. So I'm taking it even down the other way. You
Do you think
understand
we
that?
as consumers are responsible for it?
Of course we are.
We are,
because we
right?
purchase.
Yeah, because we purchase. What do you think we can do about it?
We have to stop purchasing.
We have to stop purchasing. I stopped purchasing.
You stopped purchasing?
I'm vegan. Yeah, I stopped purchasing. Have you ever considered being vegan and stopping? this?
You're vegan?
Yeah,
But but the plants and the plants have a consciousness,
I know.
They don't.
Consciousness is coming from brains, and plants don't have a brain.
You don't think they have a brain?
Well, I know they don't have a
But
brain.
how are they able to create their own poison to
It's a biological reaction. It's just a reaction.
to keep them from being eaten?
It's just a
from-
chemical reaction.
Okay, and then what about bending towards the light? And what about situations where they play music
Listen, I'm not
You-
gonna
oh,
debate
you don't
this
wanna
idea.
go into- you don't
I'll
wanna
explain
go
one thing. I don't want to debate this because we have science saying that the plants are not sentient. That means they don't have a consciousness.
Yeah, yeah. They're
But-
lower down on the on the
but
line
even
than
if they
us.
did, let's imagine that hypothetically speaking, plants have a consciousness, or you believe that. When you are vegan or you adopt a plant-based diet or you don't exploit or use animals,
Okay.
you kill less plants in the process.
Yeah.
Way less
Well,
because
yeah,
animals
yeah.
have to be fed plants.
Yeah, yeah.
And in the process of producing the same amount of calories, you consume up to 6 times more plants because
Right.
you feed like the animals
Right.
6 times more plants.
Well,
So
okay.
then in the end you end up killing.
I mean, I
less
understand
plants
what
in the
you're saying and
process also,
everything.
right?
Well, what about a human being who are actually allergic to the poison in plants? Allergic to different
I haven't,
plants.
like I'm a nutritionist. I haven't heard of anybody being allergic to all plants. You might be allergic
Not
to
all,
some.
not all.
There's so many
Some.
plants out there,
There's
right?
some. Yeah, yeah.
There's people who are allergic also to animal products. What do people when they are allergic to lactose do? They take a pill.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're allergic to something, you can also take a pill, right? Like it's not necessarily that we. I
Right.
don't advocate for that. Like you should find out what your allergies are and try to stay clear
But
of
do you
those. But there's
but do you
solutions.
believe do you believe in the fact that our Creator came to the point where He just said, just go ahead and because we're the dominant animal on the planet, that whatever choices we make, it's you can make that choice. We have the choice, freedom of choice.
Well, first of all, I don't believe in a god, so I'll just put it like there. But if you believe in a god,
I said
I
I said Creator.
Yeah, or a creator, whatever. If you believe in such a creator who also created animals, then this creator is either evil to create animals for you to kill them, or he didn't create animals for that purpose. Because
right,
if he
right.
created animals with the capability to feel pain and have an experience of life and to say, please don't kill me because they beg for their
Of
life,
course they do.
then he wouldn't create them that way so that you can kill them. He would
Right.
create them that
But
way.
do you believe
See?
do you believe the plants want to be cut down and eaten?
I don't
As
believe.
as a plant growing right there, you think those plants want to be cut down if they were
Maybe not,
edible?
but we don't have any alternative, do we? Like at some point,
Right.
we have to choose the best alternative, and the best alternative is obviously killing a plant rather
Yeah.
than killing 6 plants and an animal.
I see
Right.
what you're saying though, and I am more all around as to I understand exactly what you're saying because I used to be vegan, okay?
Yeah.
And then
What does it mean to be vegan when you say you used to be vegan?
I just ate vegetables.
It's
and
not a
fruit.
diet. Veganism is a position against slavery. It means not being for animal slavery.
Okay, but
Because
well,
it's
then,
also
well, then I
leather,
was,
it's wool. We don't wear animals, right? It's about
okay,
it's a
so
whole thing.
that's a deeper part.
It's about the animals.
of the-
That's what it is,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's
You
about-
probably consume the plant-based
about the
diet, right?
animals,
And
yeah.
you did it for your health
yeah,
or something.
I was seeing, I was doing it just to see how my body would react
Yeah.
to it, and
Yeah.
because I like to eat good stuff and clean stuff.
Yeah.
And now I've made the transition. I'm actually carnivore, but I.
Well, that's really bad.
But I still.
It's really bad.
But I still-
Coming from a nutritionist, and this is my nutritionist opinion, not my animal rights activist opinion.
Yeah.
That is very bad. Do not be a carnivore.
Well,
You're going to
know,
suffer later in life.
we
Have you
are-
ever
we-
checked
we-
your LDLC?
Yeah, I checked everything,
And it's
I'm
high,
good.
right?
Yeah.
all
are you-
carnivore influencers,
Yeah.
all of them have high LDLC.
I
But
had-
what
I
they
had a
say is
physical-
that that's
I had
not
a-
an issue.
I had a physical last year.
But
I'm
did they
six-
draw blood?
I'm 62. Yeah, of course they drew blood.
Okay, what's your
And
LDLC?
I don't remember the number, but I don't take any meds. My
Well, that doesn't matter, right? Not right now. That's the
Zero
problem with
yeah,
with
I
high
don't-
cholesterol, and that it's.
But you know your body produces cholesterol.
I know that's exactly why
And-
I'm saying the fact that you
And you
consume.
know your brain is like 80% fat, right?
Yeah, but the fact that you would consume
you know we
dietary
don't have any-
cholesterol
you
would
know our
impact
body is
the
fat.
free-flowing cholesterol from your veins, which
Yeah.
would indeed clog your arteries. You may not feel it first,
You know what
but you
clogs
don't
your,
feel
you know,
the arteries.
You know what really clogs your arteries?
Yeah.
It's not fat, you know.
It is, yeah,
No,
cholesterol.
man. It's sugar and processed foods.
No. Sugar doesn't clog the blood. Sugar sometimes gets transformed into fat by the body, but a lot of the times it just transforms into
Tell me your name.
glycogen.
What's your name?
I'm Chip.
Chip.
Yeah, but I'm a nutritionist, by the way. I'm just looking at
Yeah,
scientific
yeah.
stuff. I'm
But
just
that's
telling
good,
you
that's
from a
good.
scientific perspective
Yeah,
to not do
yeah.
the carnivore diet because that's a stupid diet.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. That's just plain and simple a stupid diet.
Right.
But I just don't think it's a healthy
Well,
lifestyle. But
yeah.
you do you if you want to do that. My
Well,
only
yeah,
concern
I
right
mean,
now on the
yeah.
street is respecting animals.
I mean, that
do you
could
think we
go-
can respect animals while at the same time we pay for them to be enslaved?
But that could be, I do me, you do you, goes a long way.
Not
as
when
to-
there's
as
somebody
to-
enslaving others.
Well, yes, because I'm sure the people who used to enslave coming back to human beings, I'm sure some of their family members were like, that's wrong. What you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. So do you think it's wrong what you're doing? Paying for animals to be enslaved?
Well,
You said you're responsible for it.
a part of it because I purchased.
You demand it.
Because I purchased.
You demand. You
I
demand
purchased.
animals to be enslaved for you.
I purchased.
Yeah, so you demand it, right? Your
food.
purchase
Yeah.
means I demand that animals are enslaved for you.
Yeah, and I might be wrong, and then I'll find out how wrong I am doing that when I cross over the veil.
So you're going to have to wait until you die. You're going to be killing thousands and thousands of innocent sentient beings. So
Right.
should we accept that if, for example, if we had like a fascist person who's also into slavery?
No.
Would we accept that? Like, should we accept this answer that they're saying, I'll find out if what I'm doing is wrong when I die?
Well, yeah, I am not there with the fascists. I am not.
To the animals, you
I
are
am-
a fascist.
I am not there with that.
To the animals, you are very much a fascist.
Well, okay. Okay.
Pigs are forced into gas chambers.
Yeah.
Chickens have their throat cut at 42 days old, and they can live 10 years, so they're
Yeah.
babies. Cows are forcefully inseminated, have
Right.
their babies taken away from
When
them so
you
that
were-
you can
when
drink
you
milk.
were- when you
So
were-
they're very much like
when you were
they're
really
raped,
young-
abused, and slaughtered for you.
You just spoke about my people.
Yeah,
What you just said.
raped, abused, and slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why should you do it to somebody else?
When
if it
you
was
were
done to your
younger, what
people?
did you eat growing up?
I consumed animal products. Yeah.
You consume animal
Yeah.
products?
But that's bad. I regret doing that. yeah.
Well, yeah, you're gonna see that when you cross over.
Well,
I mean,
no.
you're gonna have to deal with it.
I
like
already
me.
regret it because
Like me.
I'm from a scientific perspective. I
Yeah.
know they're sentient beings. I know
And
they have emotions.
you'll be fine. Tell me, I'm gonna tell you, you're doing a good thing.
Yeah, the slave
right?
owner will always be fine. Obviously,
You're
it's the
good.
slaves that are suffering. It's
No,
the,
you're gonna be
It's
fine
the
when you
thousands of
cross
animals
over.
that are
You'll be good.
enslaved, abused, and slaughtered for you that are suffering right now.
I know they are. I know they
So
are.
why
I
are
know
you
they
putting them in that position for your pleasure?
I'm putting them in my position, in my little position. Okay?
No, they're not
This
in your
is my-
position.
My
You're
little
walking.
stake
You're
and-
walking
yeah.
around Amsterdam. They're not in the position where they can walk free. You're right now forcing a sentient being into a gas chamber for your taste pleasure. How can you justify that? Like you're literally a fascist.
I just want to stay alive and keep my body healthy.
But you
same
can do
way.
that without doing that to them.
Yeah, I know.
Well, science says so.
Sometimes
No, it always says
it
that.
changes all the time.
It does not change
You
over
know
this.
it does.
There's been established science
You
for
know
30
it does.
years.
Come on, man. You know it changes up. You remember when we
doesn't
could eat
change,
egg? Egg was good. Now egg is bad.
No, that's actually the same prevalent response has been all over the place. It's just you get your scientific communication from media, which is obviously misleading. But I'll tell you right here, right now, eggs has the same purpose. Egg yolk is not good for you because it's high in cholesterol.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
has some micronutrients, but the micronutrient profile isn't that good to eat it.
Yeah.
The egg white is obviously good because it's high in protein.
Okay.
But again, the perspective is that of animals that I'm trying to speak of here, which you haven't spoken one single bit.
I'm gonna tell you.
How do you think the slaves feel when they sent into a gas chamber for you?
Let me tell you something. We're gonna cut it here because these guys want to go.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Sure.
Right.
I don't
And I see
appreciate what
how-
you're doing
Well, you see, I appreciate what you're doing,
because I'm doing something good. You're doing
and
something
you
bad.
don't appreciate what I'm doing.
Because you're doing something bad. I'm doing
Well,
something
see,
good.
I have transcended what you're saying. I'm fine with what
The
you're
slave
doing.
owner will always
But you're
say that.
you're gonna hold me hostage
fascist will
for what
always say
I'm
that.
doing.
I can't
right?
hold you hostage.
So you
You're
need
free
to
to
you
go.
need to work on that. Work on being open to people's opinion.
Are you open to fascism?
I'm
So if
No,
people
no.
are fascists, should
Just-
we be open to their opinion?
I'm talking about you.
Well, you're a
I
fascist.
appreciate, and you're a great human being.
Yeah, but I'm not a fascist.
But you're a great human being.
So why are you being a fascist towards animals?
why am I being a fascist?
Yeah, towards animals.
Why can't you accept the fact that
You're a fascist. I
I'm
can't
a
accept
great
fascism.
human being talking to you?
Maybe all
and
fascists
I'm
could be great human
very,
beings.
Very
You know, for example, any
appreciative of
fascist,
what you're doing.
any fascist will go to their family and be very nice to the people that they
I
love.
see your passion.
But they'll be fascist towards
see-
other
but
individuals,
I see
right?
your- I see
Just
your
like
passion.
you're nice to the people, but you're fascist towards animals, right? Like any single individual will be a nice person towards somebody else.
But
That's
you-
not,
okay,
you
okay.
claiming I'm a nice person because you're nice to the people you like.
But you're fascist towards me right now.
No, I'm not.
Have
No,
a good time.
Because I'm not
Have a
forcing
good
you into
time.
gas
Have a good
chambers.
time. Shake my
I'm
hand.
not gonna shake your hand now.
Oh, you see,
I'm not shaking the
you're
hands of
a
fascists. I'm sorry. I
You're
hope you.
a fascist.
Can you
dude.
describe what fascist
you
means?
You need to
What is
friggin'
fascism?
relax.
What is fascism?
Enjoy life.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what a fascist would say.
So
please
And
don't
you
call
would
my
say,
dad a fascist.
and you
Well,
would,
he is a
and
fascist to animals.
Okay, Dad, please.
enjoy your life, man.
Well, animals. Why can't you say the same thing to animals?
I
Oh,
tell
that's
them- I
right,
tell
because
them
you
all the
forced them into
time.
gas chambers.
I tell them all
That's
the
right.
time,
You
enjoy
force
your
animals
life.
into gas chambers.
Enjoy your life. Enjoy
Yeah,
your life.
yeah.
Enjoy your
Nice
life.
try.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine, you know, to force animals into gas chambers for pleasure. You're right. Forcing innocent sentient being into gas chambers, perfectly nice. Congratulations. You won the nicest person award. I told them I'm gonna hold people accountable today. He should go see a doctor. You're right. Like on a carnivore diet, he should definitely see a doctor. Disgusting view, completely agree. Let's see if the next person is for or against slavery. This person said they're against it. They admitted that they're supporting slavery, and then they started justifying it. Imagine that. That's why I called him a fascist, because he's supporting slavery. It's pretty simple. Well, that's not necessarily all the factors of fascism I agree with. Maybe that's not the best word to call them. But you know, the bad part about fascism is particularly the other individuals losing their rights. So that's what this person was doing. He was taking the rights away from individuals for his own pleasure. I was very calm and reasonable. Yeah, I was. It's so funny. I don't think it's funny what happens to animals. I think it's tragic. I think it's very tragic what happens to animals, and I think it's very tragic how people react to their acknowledgement that they are supporting a system of slavery. He already acknowledged that from the beginning. And it's tragic, the fact that they justify it by saying, well, I feel better. Okay. Sure. Well, that's exactly how every form of injustice has been justified throughout history. I feel better doing it, therefore it's justified. Every single form of injustice throughout history has been justified in exactly the same manner. I feel better doing it. What do you mean I'm not hurting? Well, the individuals that I care about are not hurting, and the laws that say I should care about them, they're not hurting. That's exactly how every injustice has happened. Every single injustice. The question now is, right now, you people in the chat, that's the question right now, you people in the chat. How many of you are for slavery? Because if you are not vegan, then you're for slavery. It's pretty simple. You pay for animals to be enslaved, exploited, treated like objects, and killed, all for your taste, pleasure, tradition, or convenience. None of that is justified, I'm sorry. None of those are good enough justifications. And you know how I know that? Because if you were in their position, you wouldn't accept anybody to bring up a justification to enslave and murder you with, you know what, I feel better. You know what, I've always done it. You know what, it tastes good to do so. That's the thing. You personally attacked him? I think he felt personally attacked, but I definitely did not attack him. Why is that? Why is slavery immoral? I don't think I have to explain necessarily why slavery is immoral, but I'll explain it if you want to. Because it goes against the interests of the victim, and because we ought to respect the interests of others as we want our interests to be respected. You're a sick man, Chip, get help. No, I'm not sick, but thank you for being concerned about my health. I'm actually quite healthy. Quite healthy. Doing very good. As I just told you, I'm pretty ripped. I see striations in my quads. Pretty good. You never mentioned protein. What about it? I bet you I have more protein than every single person who consumes animal products. I bet you that by a long shot. And I'm not even, I'm actually trying to reduce the amount of protein that I have these days. And I still have more than most people. Because it's not that difficult to have protein. A lot of people, they think protein comes from animal products, which is such a silly statement because animal products, a lot of them, come with the same thing, with fat. Fat is the highest in calorie thing. It's 9 calories per gram. So that means that with every single animal product that you eat, you have a higher chance of eating more calories and less protein. So that means protein per calorie, which is the most important metric to eating a high protein diet, is going to be, lower on an animal diet than on a plant-based diet. But none of that even matters, because even if it wasn't the case, The fact of the matter is you can have enough protein to build muscle, to do whatever it is that you need to perform. So you don't need to be exploiting animals. And this is my opinion, we have studies for that. Yesterday he fed pigeons. A vegan would never do that. What do you mean? Of course vegans feed pigeons. This guy. So funny.
Oh, 没问题，没问题。
Why wouldn't a vegan feed pigeons? That's so funny. Good people live vegan, exactly. Where are my vegans at? Let's type a 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're, thinking about being vegan, and type anything else if you're a piece of shit who exploits and abuses animals. Oh, I see somebody's a piece of shit who exploits and abuses animals. Whew, I love it. Face of the average vegan. You mean the handsomeness that I am? Most vegans are pretty handsome, I'll give you that. You know what's very attractive is confidence, intelligence, and critical thinking. These are very attractive traits. And you can't say you have you can have confidence, obviously, but you definitely can't say you have critical thinking skills, or at least they're not applied if you're not vegan. And just being an empathetic, fair person is also a very attractive quality. If you feed pigeons, you exploit them. For feeling good yourself, a vegan would leave them alone. That's so funny. Well, we got a little bit of a triggered person over here in our chat. Dexo, why are you so triggered, bro? I'm trying to fight for animal rights. Chill, man. It's so funny. Take it easy, bro. Like, maybe you exploit animals and you feel bad and you think that maybe I exploit animals too, and you think that that's a good enough argument. I don't. But let's imagine that I did, okay? Hypothetically speaking, if I exploited animals, doesn't mean you should do it too, does it? That would be an appeal to hypocrisy, saying because I'm a hypocrite, my argument doesn't make sense, which is not true. And that's a logical fallacy. So there you go. But I don't exploit animals if that's what you're going for. Oh, Dexo, are you one of those, what do you call it, David C. Arena's cult people? For people who don't know, within the vegan community, there's a cult of people who are worshipping this guy called David C. Arenas. It's very funny, really, because all they do is they go around activists and they try to stop them from doing activism, and by that they think they're helping animals. It's very, very funny. It's kind of ironic, really, because it's so silly. It's just, that's the thing, right, that you gotta know. You see, there's stupid people within veganism also, right? There's some stupid people can also be vegan, right? We have those David C. Arenas people. And smart people can also be vegan. Like, you don't have to be intelligent to be vegan. You just have to have the basic idea that it's wrong to exploit, that it's wrong to abuse other animals. Poor Arenas? I wouldn't say that. Exactly, what a ridiculous thing to do. Be careful, Chip, the meat eaters will eat you alive. Yeah, they'll exploit and slaughter anyone, huh? I don't like what you're saying, you're making me feel bad about my choices. You should be stopped from saying that, or killed and eaten if you're killed, because, we don't have to waste. He's misguided and you know it. Who, David C. Arenas? I mean, David C. Arenas, I've been saying it for a while now, he's either a shill or he's stupid. He's definitely, I've reached a point where, listen, I would be all gentle and nice with him. I tried speaking to him twice. I've had really weird, he tried so many people speaking to him in so many ways. Every single time he gets to the same point of view, and how should I put this? This isn't a 1 month thing. This is a couple of years now since he's been doing this. This is already enough that you're like, and what is what I'm like, you should at least question from time to time, is what I'm doing right or wrong, right? Like, I question my activism style a lot. Almost every single day. Almost every single day I try to improve on my activism style because, I don't like being mean to people. I don't like it. I mean, it's kind of fun to do it to the people in the chat, the trolls in the chat. But that's because they're trolls, right? Like, I'm just trolling right back at them. But the people on the street, when I have conversations with them, I'm trying to be nice to them. Obviously, when they're going to be saying shitty things, I'm going to hold them accountable for saying shitty things because they're defending violence and oppression towards animals. But, I don't want to be in that position. I don't like being in that position. I wish every conversation would just go like, hey, let's speak about this. Then people would just get it. We wouldn't have to resort to this idea of, well, what about plants? What about God? What about this? What about that? No, just, dude, get the argument. You don't need to exploit animals, and you're choosing to exploit animals. That's something bad regardless of how you spin it. Just move on. Simple as that. And yeah, I try to refine my activism because, I'm trying to be better for the animals. I'm doing this for the animals. I'm not doing this for myself. I don't enjoy it. Like, today was supposed to be my day off where I wouldn't do this. But I decided to go and do it because, I said I have some free time. I also worked in the morning, FYI. But I said I have some free time, so yeah. How did you start doing outreach, Chip? How did you feel before leaving the house? Oh, every single time, Linda, I would feel so nervous, obviously. Now I don't even feel that nervous anymore, to be honest. Since doing live outreach, I don't feel that nervous anymore. But I was super nervous when I first did outreach. I was super nervous when I started doing outreach on my own. I think the first time I did outreach, I went there for an hour and a half and then I left. I have 1 or 2 conversations and then I left. So, yeah. Do you have a pet dog? No, I don't have a pet dog. But if you're asking about my position isn't on pets, I'll explain it right here. I don't think you should call animals pets first and foremost. They are animal companions. And I'm not trying to be pedantic, but I'll explain why. I think as long as you treat an animal as the individual companion that they are, I don't have a problem with that. But as long as you don't buy them from breeders, right? The point is to not bring animals into existence for your own companionship. That's also wrong. As long as you rescue them and you take care of them and you treat them as the individuals that they are, I don't see a problem with that. You essentially give them a good life. Remember to like, sub, and comment. Thank you so much, Martin. Yeah, remember to like, sub, and comment. The blood from meat is my favorite part. Wow. Okay, bro. If you think that's an argument for animal abuse or animal exploitation, then you're probably mistaken. Because you saying you like meat or you saying you liking the blood of the meat, it's the same thing. You get pleasure from it. It's not a justification for oppressing animals. And you trying to trigger me with that means nothing. It just makes me laugh really how silly the arguments are. Because you know what? I would really genuinely enjoy if at least one of you would bring a good argument to the table about why you should not be vegan. If at least one single individual in this chat would say, here's a good argument on why you shouldn't be vegan, and they would actually make a good argument. But they never do. They always just nonsense, bullshit trolling. Because that's what makes them feel better about their choices. They're insecure, their ego is hurt, they know they're doing something bad, so they lash out by trolling on people. See, like this person, I have a keto diet, tasty. Yeah, great argument, bravo. You can have a keto diet on a plant-based diet also, FYI. Can I have a conversation? Somebody says, so nobody wants to talk to you. No, I've had already 3 conversations, I think. And I'll have some more. Sometimes it's just, you see, there's not a lot of people in the street. Sometimes it's like that. There's nothing you can do about it. And there's a guy who's thinking. The problem is that, the sign today, because of the wind, I have to put the sign in a way where people don't really get to read it that easily. Hey, you want to have a conversation? And that's the thing about people, they need to read the sign ahead of time to make decisions. They can't make decisions on the spot. So as they're walking, they have to read my sign and then they make a decision. So either I sit like this and wait for people to approach me. But then the problem is, you guys want to have a conversation? Oh, okay, sorry. The problem is then that I can't look at the chat and speak to you, or I have to sit here, but then you can barely see me and I cannot really read the chat, right? So the problem is that if I want to interact with the chat, less people are going to stop by. That's essentially the issue. Do you think eating animals is the worst thing going on in the world? No, probably isn't. Well, it depends on who you're asking, right? Like to the animals, yes, it is. To you, who you probably are consuming and abusing animals right now, probably not. In fact, to you, you may not even think it's a problem, right? Right? Like it's all a matter of perspective. What's the best and what's the worst? To the victim, whatever is happening to them is the worst thing in the world, right? Like if somebody's having a knife to your throat right now, you couldn't give a shit about the war in Iran, right? You would just care like, fucking, I gotta have this knife off my neck right now, off my throat. So, you know, when you're the victim of some form of violence, you're like, I don't know, this is the worst thing happening in the world to me. So we gotta see things from this perspective, right? Like we don't have to, like the good thing about this whole, the reason why I also fight for animal rights is because it's one of those things where you as an individual don't really have to do anything about it other than just choose a different thing. You have to make that choice anyway, so make a different choice, right? Like there's literally no extra effort involved. Maybe a little bit, you know, until you learn what to get and something, but it's such little effort. All you gotta do is just choose a different thing. That's all. That's all you gotta do. So it's so easy. And then you're no longer contributing to a big problem. You're no longer exploiting innocent animals. You're no longer oppressing. You're no longer enslaving others. You know. You guys want to have a conversation? Okay. There's so much worse things happening. That's okay. You can believe that. But at the same time, while you're fighting against those worst things happening, you can choose to not make this bad thing happen, right? Like for instance, if just because there's a war in Iran happening, and let's imagine that I was one of those people trying to stop the war, trying to make peace, it wouldn't mean that I have the right to rape somebody or abuse somebody, right? No, I should still act with civility towards everybody, and I should still be, you know, nice to everyone. So you can choose to be nice to animals also by simply, you know, not paying for them to be enslaved. Moral relativism is retarded. Depends on what you mean by that. Do you mean cultural relativism? Because then I would agree. It's not very smart. Do you value human life more than animal life? I don't know what I value. It depends on the human, depends on the animal. Like if I did have a pet companion, right, an animal companion, it would probably mean a lot more to me than a lot of strangers. Hey, you wanna have a conversation?
Yeah, what is that?
It's about animals. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like about the animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanna come here, stay in view? Nice. What's your name?
Daniel,
Daniel. I'm too. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
what do you think?
I don't know.
Colombia.
Colombia.
You? Yes.
I'm from Romania originally, but I live here. Do you live here or do you
I live in Utrecht.
You live in Utrecht?
Yeah,
Nice. Lovely city. Lovely
Yeah.
city. Daniel, I'm an animal rights activist. I
Yes.
fight for animals. How do you feel about animals?
Yeah, I think the animal as well has the right to exist. I think so. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Do you think it's okay to enslave animals?
To what?
Enslave.
Enslave?
Yeah.
No, of course not. I don't think so.
Yeah. Do you think farming animals means enslavement?
Yeah, it depends on the condition that they live, but I think.
What type
yes.
of farming would there be? Like, what type of farming would exist which is not slavery?
Maybe if the animals can like be free in the farm, let's say. So if they have like a nice space to be free, I think then it's not like a slave. But if they're like in the like in the boats, I think then it's like a slavery for them.
So if I have humans in the same position, where I give them space,
Yes.
but they're still on my farm, would they be free? Would they be slaves?
Yeah, that is actually.
As long as they're my property,
Yes.
and as long as I treat them like property, that means whenever I want to kill them, I kill them. That's
Yes.
still
Yeah,
they're
that is
still
true.
slaves,
That is right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Yes.
think it's okay? Like you said, it's not okay. Like, do you think we need to enslave animals? farm them?
Yeah, I think it's a really complicated question because a lot of humans eat like meat.
But we don't need to eat that, right?
Yeah, we don't need that.
So
but
when
we
it-
do.
So in a situation where slavery was legal, and I asked you, do we need to have slaves? Do you really think like a person on the street would have said the same thing, right? Like, yeah, well, a lot of people, like to get their cotton from slaves. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's a complicated question, but is it really,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, right now, of course, we don't need slavery, but a lot of people eat meat. So, yeah, that is
Does that make it okay?
it doesn't make it okay,
Well,
but this
Does
is what
that make
is.
it a necessity?
Not a necessity, but yeah, as I told you, it's like a big problem. No, it's like a big problem because a lot of people eat meat.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that is like an industry there, and if that is money, then the problem is not going to.
How about you? Do you consume animal products?
Yeah, I'm trying to eat less.
Yeah.
I'm trying to become vegan,
Yeah.
but
Why do you want to be vegan?
because I date with some ladies here, and they are vegan, and I think it's nice because, of course, the animal has his right.
Yeah.
But the problem with me is that, I'm really busy, and I go into the gym, so I need to eat like some protein, and the cheapest and the fastest way to do it is like with chicken. So yeah,
You eat protein powder. You take protein powder, right?
yeah, I think protein powder.
Do you take vegan protein powder?
No,
Why not? It's the same.
nah, because I don't like the flavor.
What the fuck do you think? Do you think taste justifies the abuse that animals go through?
No, but yeah, I don't like the flavor of the vegan.
How can you not like the flavor of the vegan? Because you haven't even tried. Like, there's so many flavors.
Yeah,
out
I
there.
have tried a lot, but I don't know. It's like that's
How
like,
many have you tried?
like two.
Two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried a lot. There's like 30 at least, and they're like, I've tried two. I don't like them.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
Is there a way that you can prepare the flesh of a chicken and you wouldn't like it?
Sorry, what? What did you say?
Is there a way that you can prepare the flesh of a chicken that you wouldn't like the taste?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So does that mean that any type of flesh of chicken you wouldn't like?
Oh yeah, I understand your point. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, what about the animals, man? Like, you said you want to be vegan, and I like that. Being vegan means you gotta respect animals.
Yeah, of
So if you
course.
want to do that, why not start now? Or like, what's happening on the road? Because on
Yeah.
this road, animals are still killed for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a good question. I should try both. I should do my best. But yeah.
But your actual best, right?
Yeah. I'm
Because
trying
in
to-
Alberheim, you have so many options,
Yeah.
plant-based options.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
can grab a sandwich or something that it's...
Yeah.
They're not great but neither are the other options, right? Like, if
Yeah.
you're going to grab a sandwich from Alberheim, they're kind of going to be a little
Yeah,
bit shitty.
but you know what? As well is like the cultural aspect because I am from South America.
Yeah.
In South America, I think there is not a lot of vegan people there. In South America, we eat a lot of meat, and I grew up eating meat. So
We all grew up eating
yeah,
it.
yeah. But yeah, I think it's a big problem, and as I told you, it's like if money is there, I don't think it's going to be like a
If money is there.
yeah because it's a big industry, you know. The
Oh,
meat
you mean
industry
for the issue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, where do they get their money from?
from the consumers.
From you.
Yeah, hey, sorry, I have a meeting, but it was so nice to talk with you. And
Yeah, same. Let me give you a card, okay?
yeah,
So you know your responsibility in the matter. You
Yeah.
understand the urgency?
yeah, of course.
If you were in the shoes of the animal, would you want somebody to say, "I'm only going to kill you and then I'll stop"?
No, of course not.
This is what you're doing right
Yeah,
now to them.
yeah.
You're
No,
only
but you know
killing a
what?
couple of
I
them.
think I like this conversation because now I have to think. Yeah, because I as I told you, I just try, but of course meat is like faster and yeah. But you know what? It's really nice and
Challenge 22, they hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan for free.
Yeah. Hey, thank you really much. Thank you, man.
And watch The Minion. Give that a watch. Watch The Minion or The Most Important Speech. Watch one of these two. Can you promise me you'll do that?
Yeah, of course.
Just
we'll do it.
just to see how you feel about the animals. And then you have all the resources there, okay?
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Nice guy, huh? Vegan Colombia. Chip, what about predatory animals that eat meat? We can talk about that, but you're not that situation. They're in a situation where they need it. You're not. So there you go. We finished. Next question. He could change. Yeah, I believe it. Do you feel the same about people living off-grid? Well, this is a little bit more of a complex question, but I'll explain it to you very simply. If the people living off-grid choose to live off-grid, they're still responsible for putting themselves in a situation where the only way for them to survive is by exploiting and slaughtering other animals, right? Like for instance, if I choose to go to a deserted island and take 4 people with me, and I know for a fact that on that deserted island the only thing I can eat is the people that I bring with me, then I'm responsible for what I'm going to do there because I'm doing it knowingly, right? That's the whole thing about it. So it's the same if you live off grid and you do it. You want to have a conversation?
Social experiment about
Animals?
animals.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You want to come here to the chair view?
Copy. You too, though.
What's your name?
Steve.
Steve, I'm Chief. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Copy.
Coffee. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Ghana, West Africa.
Ghana. Nice.
London for me.
London and Ghana. Oh, wow. Cool. So I'm going to ask you, like, how do you feel about animals? Because I'm an animal rights activist.
You're an animal what?
Rights activist.
Rights activist. How do I feel about animals? In what context?
Like, do you think animals deserve rights?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you think they deserve the right to not be enslaved by us?
Yeah. To an extent, yeah.
To an extent. Do you think if we farm them, we're enslaving them?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is the same thing, right?
Well, yeah.
I think
definitely.
it is an interesting fine line. So, consequently, I could ask you, when's the last time you went to the supermarket?
Like yesterday or something? I don't know.
Okay.
I was
so
thinking
then,
of today, but I don't know.
okay. So then, how would you feel if you had to? And I'm not saying all this is right, but just stuff to
Yeah.
think about. Because I agree with him, but I'm like right in the middle.
So we agree that farming is slavery.
When you look at it, how it's done, yeah. But the reason I asked you that is,
Wait. Before we go there, can you hold your question for a second?
I'll try to.
Yeah, because you said it depends on how it's done, but like, is there any way that farming will not be slavery?
Well, I think if you,
If we give them
we
space?
think of so for
If I
example,
put you on a farm and I give you space, but you're not allowed to leave my farm, and I still get to use your body as I want to, and then kill you when I want to, is that still not slavery?
when you put it that way,
Right.
technically still
It's still slavery.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
think it's better. Right? It might be a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Slavery when you're cramped is worse than slavery when you're
free.
when you're a little bit
Yeah,
free.
yeah.
Still slavery. But yeah, go on, tell me your
Understandable.
question.
Well, yeah, and again, I'm not asking you to like
Yeah.
make my point seem like it's better, but I think it's worth a
Yeah.
convo. The reason I ask you that is, because then my question was going to be how. Actually, just before I continue, do you eat meat or
No.
you don't? Okay. Because then I was gonna say, if you bought chicken yesterday, the alternative would be we would all hunt ourselves again if that's what we wanted.
So the alternative is we can eat plants.
True, but I guess there's different people on Earth, and not everyone wants that.
But do you feel like we could get all the nutrients we need just from plants?
Yeah, I'm a nutritionist. We definitely can get all the nutrients we need from plants. I think the only nutrient that's missing is B12. But B12 is a nutrient that animals also don't produce. They actually have to ingest it themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they used to get it from the ground, but we kind of fucked up the ground.
Yeah.
So farmers feed them vitamins. So you're just getting a second-hand vitamin anyway for B12.
Yeah, plus, I mean, there's like loads of vegan and veggie bodybuilders too. So, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So like, I do know it is something that you can do, and it's
Yeah, exactly.
sustainable.
But do you think it should be a choice? Like, because the reason why I call it slavery is because when it comes to slavery, we would not say people should have the right or the choice to enslave somebody. But when it comes to farming, we say, well, it should be a choice. Isn't that like weird? Because we already said that farming is slavery.
Yeah.
Should we really have the choice to enslave animals?
I feel like, we shouldn't have the choice to enslave animals, but the thing is, that's kind of the way society works. Like, making that kind of change on that much of a level is going to require a lot.
100%.
But
yeah.
definitely it should happen, but it's going to be a big change. That's all I have to say. It's
Yeah.
definitely going to be big.
What can we do as individuals right now? about it? Like, what can we do about it?
I'd say the best we could do is keep less pets, maybe eat less meat. That's about the most we
How
could
about eat no meat and have no pets if there's no need?
I mean, eating no meat, I mean, on an individual level, that's possible. But, like, for, like, a society level mental change, that might be more difficult.
No, I give you that for
Yeah.
society, obviously.
But, like, yes,
but
that's the best way.
Yeah.
Eat no meat,
Yeah.
keep no pets.
Because
That's
we
the
as
best.
individuals are responsible for our own choices, right?
Yeah.
And meat isn't the only problem. Like, do you know for dairy what happens to animals? For milk?
I know they're fed like hormones and stuff to give us the milk. Then they also release a lot of
More
gases and
volume,
stuff
quicker
like,
as
yeah.
well.
Oh, that's one part of it, right? Like, but even in the most idyllic scenario, the only reason why cows produce milk is to feed their babies. So do you think they get pregnant when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
That would be
That's a
done to help sales. So yeah.
They
they'll be
impregnate them.
impregnated.
Yeah.
They don't wait around. Like, obviously, a cow will get pregnant 3 times in their lifetime naturally, and farmers impregnate them at least 6 times repeatedly.
Yo, I never knew that. you
Me
know?
neither.
I thought
Yeah.
like the milk
Same.
is just like
I
a
also didn't
natural
know.
I
thing.
thought it was just
Like,
always
the-
there.
I thought they eat grass
but it
and they
makes
produce
sense
milk. I
because
get
when you
you.
think about it, I guess
In mammals.
thinking of like a human
baby produce. Bro, I just thought that like cows naturally just produce,
Same.
so like you just have to like
Same.
get rid of it.
I thought the same.
So that's why I thought
Same.
that, oh, so they're like, okay, like here's some milk, like it's just a bite. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
That's just the start of it, because they take away their babies. Do you know why they do that? When the babies are born, they take them away from them.
To like grow them to produce more milk.
Well, so that they can get all the milk. Because if the baby stays with the mother, they will drink the milk.
So what are the babies fed?
Oh, the babies are fed formula a lot of the times. In some,
That's
It's not
crazy.
surprising.
yeah, it's in some farms, like in some smaller farms, better farms as we would call it, they first milk the cows, and then if they have some leftovers or something, they feed them back.
Yeah.
But very rarely,
Very
like
rare.
it's almost never. And if they're born male, they're useless to the farm because they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
Guess probably.
Yeah, that's
veal.
where that's veal comes
Yeah.
from. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's veal. It's the males.
I feel like we should think about this stuff a lot more. Like,
Well, we could call out Tristan and whoever was on the ski trip eating veal. Right?
veal, yeah, I did.
I did. Oh, you did.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know it was like
It's
this.
just baby cows.
Yeah.
You gonna get clipped, bro. No.
Wow. Wow.
I
never really thought about
also didn't know this kind of stuff, so I don't blame you. And the mothers, or the females, they become mothers. They repeatedly impregnate them year over year.
Yeah.
And when they can no longer impregnate them, or most of the times these days, they don't even see if they can impregnate them anymore. They just say they have a cutoff date, and they say after 6 years they kill them.
They kill them,
It's
yeah.
just like standard to them, and they can live 24 years. So it's that's a quarter of their natural lifespan. We can live easily without their milk. Like, we have other alternatives. We don't need
Yeah.
cheese or in this shit, right? Like, honestly, like, if you think about it, it's coagulated titty juice.
Juice, yeah.
So what the fuck are we
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
We're being so cruel to them for nothing, aren't we?
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah.
So I've got an interesting question for you then. If we dialed time back to, I'm not sure how accurate it's going to be, but just times where supermarkets didn't exist, and if
Yeah.
you had a family and I had a family, we sort of sourced our own meat and all that stuff. How do you view that situation compared to now?
Well, the question is, do you have choice, right? That's the
Right.
question. It's a question of choice. If I'm on a deserted island, I'll answer it this way. If I'm on a deserted island where I have no choice but to kill an animal, I might kill an animal because I gotta survive, right?
Okay,
So
difference from...
It's a difference
yeah.
from when you have choice.
Yeah.
And I would say maybe in the past, if I really needed to consume animal products, I wouldn't kill animals per se. Maybe I would do the dairy thing, but I
Okay.
would do it in a way where I'm not forcibly impregnating them or something.
Right.
I would try to do my best where I'm trying to be respectful towards animals also. But obviously, I need to survive, right? If
Yeah.
I'm in that situation. But that's not the situation we're in today. That's the problem. Huh?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
not the
yeah.
problem. That's the idea. That's the
Yeah.
good thing, right?
So, like, I'm more asked that just to understand from your point of view whether you also consider that a form of slavery, or whether there it's more like not necessarily. It's more of like a survival thing as well. Is that how you see it? Like a bit of both?
So it can still be slavery and a necessity at the same time, right? So
Okay.
farming will always be slavery. So farming could be a necessity if there's nothing else. But a lot of the times, in modern times especially, we can't say that there is a situation where you can have animals, but not like, especially dairy, for example, because you have to feed the cows. The cows eat a lot.
Yeah.
So if you can grow enough food to feed the cows, then you surely can grow something else. So, so you can't really be in that situation. But, you know, again, if I'm not gonna die, I'm in a situation where I have to survive. I'll do my best to survive, and nobody will judge me. You know, the people who crashed in the Andes, their plane crashed. They started cannibalizing and eating each other. Nobody said anything, and I wouldn't say anything to these people. How dare you? But if they go ahead right now and they start killing and eating other people, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
You've got choices. I understand there, and you're in a situation where you can't do anything else, but now you got choices, right?
Yeah.
And that's
No,
the whole
that's a
thing about
sensible
this
take.
for animals, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good take.
No,
Yeah.
it's
So what do you guys
Definitely
want to
good
do
take.
about it? Like, have you considered being vegan and, you know, leaving this shit behind?
I have. I've actually tried it. I feel like it was an okay experience because it's like I was managing to do it, but it's just old habits, you know. Like
Yeah.
I've been eating meat like ever since I was born. Like I'm kind of my diet is used to like some certain things, so it's like the switch over. It kind of made me a little unstable in terms of like my stomach and everything. But I feel like I probably would give it another try.
Why did you try the first time?
Back in Ghana.
But why?
Why? No. So I had like this kind of same line of thinking that you're on. I was like, the whole like farming for food is like you grab a lot of animals, put them in one place, restrict them. Like I wasn't necessarily cool with that. So like I started thinking a bit differently, and I was like, let me give things a try.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'll give you some resources to help you out, and I'll ask you one last question. It's a hard one, okay? How many more animals should be exploited for you until you stop and go vegan?
over to you.
Should be. How many do you wish for?
Wish I would say 0.
Yeah.
If there was a way like I could get all my nutritional needs without having to exploit animals, I'd be good with that.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
think most people would definitely say
think a
yes.
lot of people- yeah.
And if they didn't, probably a little bit psychotic. Right?
Yeah.
Dude, I meet so many people on the street who are
Different
like,
thinking.
oh, they're like, my taste, I don't care. I like it. You're not gonna tell me not to eat a steak or shit, man. So many people are so insecure about their masculinity and they think they gotta eat that shit. That's insane. There's a Challenge 22. They hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day. They help you go vegan. Whatever your dietary concerns, monetary concerns, and everything, they'll help you out. I actually did meet another person from Ghana, and online, not in real life, and he managed to go vegan there, so there's no issue. The way he did it, because he also had a budgetary constraint in the markets. He did find some of the beans in the markets, like soybeans and stuff, and it was great. But there's 2 videos there. There's one, Dominion, and the other is the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you just promise me you'll watch one of those?
I will.
Oh,
I
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
will.
for
I
sure.
appreciate you guys. Just to learn more about
at the
eggs and
very
all this
least,
kind of
it's,
stuff.
you know,
Exactly.
educating.
Nice talk.
Exactly.
Nice talk,
Exactly.
Have a good day.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Cheers. Very nice conversation, huh? Very nice guys. Bro, people from Ghana are more open-minded than people from other places. It's amazing. Marissa, amazing people. I'll give you that. I was not expecting them to be this cool, man. Such good conversations today. If you keep cool, people will be cool. Level-headed, cool people. Satisfaction. Yeah, Marissa, where are the trolls now, huh? The trolls are leaving now. You Chip, you can't. You see, you're convincing anybody, Chip. Where are the trolls now? They're shutting up, huh? Hate from Pakistan. You hate me because I fight for animal rights? Ah, bro, that's kind of sad. I'm sorry you're in that position. I hope you feel more secure in your position going forward, more secure in your life, enough that you don't hate on people who show you that what you're doing is wrong, you know? Enough that you actually take accountability for your things. I hope you do that. Oh, he's trying to talk about people from Ghana. I just spoke to a person from Ghana. What are you talking about, bro? I just spoke to a person from Ghana. What are you talking about? That's so funny. He's talking about people from Ghana. I just spoke to a person from Ghana. I talked to another person from Ghana, as I said, on Discord. And he came twice. Like, he came once, had a conversation, wasn't very convinced. He came twice, had a conversation, was like, okay, maybe. And the third time, he was convinced. And the fourth time, he came and explained the difficulties that he was having. And we walked through it, and we tried helping him out. So I haven't followed through afterwards because I don't spend that much time on Discord these days anymore. But yeah. sentience is a non-starter argument. I don't understand what that means. And what do you mean by that? Mr. Twisted is here. The twisted hippie. So it's okay to have pet chickens and eat the eggs? No, it's not. Chickens don't make eggs for you. You can't take away things that others make. You can't. It's not yours to take, for crying out loud. Why is it so hard to understand? You just can't take away, oh, they laid an egg, it must be for me. No, it's not. It's for them. It's their own thing. On top of them being extremely detrimental to their body, the fact that they have to lay an egg every single day, on top of you, when you take a chicken, you take them from a place where they literally kill the males on their first day of life because obviously they don't produce eggs. On top of the fact that most farmers kill the chickens when they can no longer produce eggs or when their production declines. Come on. It's not yours to take. Stop it with this mentality. Animals are not yours to use. But what if I use them this way? Dude, stop trying to find loopholes. The whole point is for you to, but then you want to use animals, okay? I feel inferior and I want to feel like a big man. I don't feel like a big man unless I use a single animal, okay? I want to exploit and abuse animals. It's the only way I feel like a big man, okay? Let me take the periods of other animals, okay? Stop using the body parts, the reproductive body parts of other animals. Just stop thinking of the reproductive parts of other animals. You want to have a conversation? Yes. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, I love it. You want to come here so that you're in view?
We're on live.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Ella.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Karena.
Karena. Where are you from?
We're from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Your name is Karena?
Karena.
It's the first person I meet live named Karena. I know somebody online that I met Karena. Interesting.
Oh. Really?
Okay. They're very open-minded. So let's see if you're the same. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see about that. So I'm an animal rights activist. I want to fight for animals.
Okay.
Do you think it's okay to enslave animals?
No.
Okay. Is farming animals slavery?
A way of it, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Is there any way to farm an animal without them being enslaved?
No.
No.
So if you're against slavery, does that mean that you should be against farming of animals also?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Does that mean you should not support it? That means not pay for animal products?
Probably
clothing.
not,
Yeah.
yes. But, I mean, the way I look at it is like we could do our part, but it's not going to stop what's going on, and like people are still going to be buying animal products. So it's like, what good am I doing?
100%,
But I completely agree with
I
like,
do too.
yes, it is a form of,
Enslavement of animals.
But like, obviously there's, let's put it this way, there's injustices happening all around the world, right? There's people stealing stuff all over the world.
Yeah.
If you choose to stop stealing something, it's not gonna stop all the stealing.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you're at least not gonna steal that shit from that one person.
Exactly.
So it's the same with animals, right? Like, you can think that if you stop, it's not gonna change the industry. It probably won't. Also, you don't know. Maybe your influence will be that big that you'll change everyone. I don't know.
Yeah.
But your change could mean no longer animals being put in, like around 100 animals per year no longer being enslaved for you.
Yeah.
For sure.
So is that nothing? Like, if you were in their shoes, what would
It's
you
not
want?
nothing.
I wouldn't
mean,
want to be in
exactly.
that situation if
Yeah.
I was them.
No.
For
Yeah,
sure.
So shouldn't we then treat them?
We should.
Yeah.
We should
Same
treat
way.
them as we would
Treat them with
humans
kindness.
and the people we love.
Have you ever considered being vegan?
I used to be vegetarian for a long time. Yeah.
Well, vegetarian is a diet, right?
Yes.
Veganism
Vegan
is like
yes.
is a position of not being for slavery
For
of
sure.
animals, right?
Yes.
Have you ever considered being vegan?
I haven't.
haven't?
No, I haven't either, honestly.
Do you think you should be?
Maybe now. Maybe so.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we're from America, so it's rough out here, but
It's rough out here.
I mean, there's just so much, like, I feel like America's known for, like,
Animal products.
Animal
Yes,
products, for
and
sure.
My
like
sister lives in the
beef
U.S.
and-
She
yeah.
lives in North Carolina, so I
Yeah.
get it.
like
but,
steak and I don't know.
Yeah.
but I also
things
know
like
for a
that.
fact that now in the U.S. prices
There's-
are fucking insane.
It
Are
is,
through
it
the roof,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Especially for animal products.
Yeah, but it's not like people don't do it. Like I'm sure that there's so many people that
Yeah.
are vegan.
100%.
No.
Especially,
No, yeah.
did you say Austin, Texas, or
Dallas.
Dallas. Some of us are from
My
Austin.
sister
though, yeah.
lived in Dallas.
Really?
Actually. I've
Cool.
been to Dallas. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Wasn't
Love
my
it.
favorite city. I'll admit
Yeah,
it. It's
I mean, if you
it's
come
a good
here,
place to
it
grow
blows
up,
it out
for
of the
sure.
water.
Yeah.
But good
Yeah.
place to grow up.
yeah,
Yeah.
good place to grow up.
Yes,
Okay.
great place.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Like there's nice neighborhoods there.
For sure.
Yeah. So you acknowledge your responsibility in the matter, right?
For sure.
Do you acknowledge the urgency of it? Like, do you think that going forward, how many more animals should be enslaved for you?
For sure. Someone has to put a stop to it. So it's like, if you can't, we all need
Yeah.
to come together and yeah.
Well, let's say you go to dinner tonight, right?
Yeah.
And they say, I want to enslave an animal.
Yeah.
Are you just going to go with them and say, sure, I'll enslave
No,
an animal too?
absolutely
Or
not.
should you think for yourself and do the right thing?
That one.
Think
That
for yourself.
one?
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
the right thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter what our friends do, right? Because I also have
Definitely.
friends who are not vegan, but
Yeah.
we should do it for ourselves. So let's do this, because I want to respect your time and all this stuff. And I'll give you 2 cards. They have a documentary here called Dominion. It's just they teach you what happens to animals, and I think the first step
Thank
is at
you.
least knowing what it is that you're paying for.
For sure.
Can you just give that a watch?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Well,
And
thank
until you
you.
watch it, don't consume any animal products. Can you do that? Just for the animals.
I will.
Alright.
I will.
I appreciate it.
It was great
so
to
much.
meet
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
Same.
Great to meet
Have
you.
a good one.
You
Cheers.
too.
Bye. I didn't feel like they really wanted to chat too much, so I'm just. Yeah, somebody's saying that I'm wearing animal products. No, I'm not. Obviously not. Why would I be wearing animal products? I'm vegan. That's the whole point. Being vegan is not just about food; it's about clothing also. Jesus Christ. Rowdy Girl Sanctuary in Texas. Isn't Rowdy Girl Sanctuary the one that also breeds animals? Am I mistaken? Did I hear a bad thing? No, they were kind of stoned. I don't know. I just, give them some cards. Sometimes that's just how conversations will be. From oil from dinosaurs. Oil is not from dinosaurs. Oil is from a lot of archaea. It's not really from dinosaurs. That's a common misconception. And we have a problem with enslaving animals. If I take oil, I'm not enslaving animals first and foremost. And second, I try to avoid also plastic and petroleum products as much as I can. But if I can't, right? Like that's the whole point of what we're trying to make here. You have options to avoid the exploitation, abuse, and slaughter of sentient beings, so you should avoid it. That's the whole point that we're trying to make. It's not a nirvana fallacy. Let's not go to a nirvana fallacy and be like, you know what, you're not perfect, therefore I shouldn't do what you're doing. Well, no, I'm sorry. Your solution is not perfect, therefore you shouldn't adopt your solution. I know it's not perfect. There's no perfect solution, obviously. But this is obviously better than the alternative. And it's pretty fucking close to perfect. It's pretty fucking close to it. It's closer to perfection than any other solution, that's for sure. Based. Thank you. Can I have a conversation? You're close to perfect. Keep it up. Oh. No, I'm not. Nah, bruh. No, I'm far from it. In fact, I used to think I'm emotionally mature, but after doing therapy, I'm realizing there's so many parts of my life that I'm not. Like, you go from avoiding harm, from avoiding unpleasant situations. Well, that's how I was, like inherently you kind of avoid unpleasant situations and you kind of run away from them. And psychologically you develop this mechanism where you run from them. And I used to do that, but then I went to therapy and I stopped doing that. And now I run from pleasant situations, which is even more fucked up because I'm like, well, pleasant situations may lead to unpleasant situations. So it's very weird, huh? It's like that's the thing about our minds, they'll try to find the loopholes. They're trying to find every single thing to go into the same thing, and it's not like intentional. I think, you have connections in your brain that are made in a certain way, and it takes a long time to either make new connections or remove the old ones. It takes a lot of time to all that information that was connected from this to that to get new connections, and that it makes new sense in a new way. What pleasant situations are you avoiding? Asked Linda. Well, Linda, I'm literally generally avoiding from romantic relations, apparently. I have that problem. I also apparently have a problem with friendships a little bit, but that's easy to work on, But the romantic relationships part is a little bit more difficult because, there's just a higher implication of everything. You wanna have a conversation? Emotionally avoidant. That's what my therapist says, that I'm emotionally avoidant. I don't think I am. I personally don't think I am. But I do see that I avoid, like I'm not avoidant if I'm in a relationship. Like I'm trying to connect in a relationship. But I just generally avoid relationships, I guess, to some extent. I'm off to eat a big juicy steak. Yeah, plant-based steaks are fucking amazing, you're right. Thank you for eating a plant-based steak. I appreciate you no longer exploiting, enslaving, and slaughtering a sentient being. Are you streaming on 5G? I have no clue what's 4G or 5G, one of those things. Probably 5G. Here comes the coping, well, did you know that 5G technology kills animals? You wanna have a conversation? Here it comes, everyone. Here it comes. I'm a dairy farmer. I love my job. Of course you do. I don't claim that the people who enslave animals don't love the enslavement of animals. They just lie to themselves. You being a dairy farmer, you should probably know more than anybody how much you lie to yourself. You probably think you care about these animals. But let alone, I don't even think they have names, a lot of them, right? A lot of them are just numbers to you. Yet you claim you love them. And then what do? You send them to slaughter. What do? You forcefully inseminate them. What do? You kill their babies if they're not preferable. You put them in all these situations that if you were only once in that situation, you would be like, oh, stop it. You would definitely not feel loved. You would just feel oppressed. That's what you do. What about? Yeah, see, I told you. Here it comes. What about the birds that die around 5G towers so you can stream? Bro, that's genuinely stupid. That's genuinely stupidly funny. No, I abide by God's law, and wrote God with a capital G. God is an it, and you can write it with a lowercase g. You don't need to write it with a capital G. God, it will not punish you for writing its name with a lowercase g, bro. Settle down. I have an objective moral system. Well, if it's coming from God, then it's not objective. What are you talking about? It's subjective. Oh, that's so funny. People who don't know what objectivity is. This is stupid. I agree. Imagine thinking about 5G towers. That's so stupid. What about the 5G towers? You know what? I'll give you this one. I haven't heard that one. It's been a while since I heard an excuse. The 5G towers one is a new one. I mean, it's a mashup of all the other nonsense, right? It's just a mashup of a fallacy from relative privation. The whataboutisms of it. But it's a new one. It was funny. It's a funny new one. Typing my whole username is so nostalgic. I made my account in 2008, I think. I get you, Tiger X Sweden. Tiger Woman X Sweden. Wow, even the mention of lowercase God triggers this guy. Telling. It didn't trigger me. It cannot trigger me because it does not exist. Yeah, 5G towers though. Martin added to the list. Yeah, that's something. Man. That's something. That's a performance. We don't get a lot of that. 5G towers, bro. That's the funniest thing ever. Imagine somebody going into a supermarket and being like, if I buy this meat, an innocent animal will be enslaved and killed. And if I buy this other plant-based meat, which is cheaper, healthier, and more delicious, animals will be killed in the 5G towers. You want to have a conversation?
Yeah.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Oh my God, what is it about?
Animals.
Animals?
Yeah.
Oh, my friend, let's not together. We are in a break somewhere.
You want to come here from to be in view? That's good.
I'm okay with
Yeah, I am live. Yeah.
Animals?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a broad topic.
What's your name? Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. What's your name?
Laila,
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Laila?
Brazil.
Chip. That's my name. Brazil. That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm from Romania originally, but I live here.
I have friends from Romania.
You have friends from Romania?
Yeah.
Good people?
Yeah, good people.
Good people.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm an animal rights activist. And when I say I want to speak up for animals, I want to ask you, do you think slavery of animals is okay?
No.
No. Do you think that farming animals means enslavement of animals?
Can you repeat again the question?
Yeah. Do you think if we farm an animal, it means we're enslaving them?
I think in some cases we are, right?
Is there any case when farming them is not slavery?
Probably not, after all, right? Because they're not in the natural habitat.
They're not, and they don't get to do anything that they want, right?
Yeah.
At the best, they just get more space, but they still get used for their body,
Yeah,
impregnated, and killed when we no longer can use them.
yeah.
Do you think we need to do this to animals?
Sorry?
Do you think we need to do this to animals?
To enslave animals?
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
to
don't
farm them,
think.
to enslave them. No.
No.
And do you think that
I think there is an industry kind of need.
yeah,
and,
the
you
industry,
know,
the industry needs money, right? So, do
Yeah, we go back to capitalism always.
Yeah.
There is not another answer.
you think we as consumers have responsibility for what happens to these animals?
I think we do, after all, We choose what we consume, but I think as society, sometimes I think the majority of the people, and depending on the social cut of the people, there is no time to think about this.
Yeah.
Like where I come from, it's a
Yeah.
survival mode.
That's the beauty
You
of
don't
having this
think about
conversation right
you don't
here on the
think
street.
about animals because you are also an animal and you need to fight for yourself. So I think, yeah.
But do you think we have choices?
I think we have choices.
And do you
I'm
think it's-
talking about me. I'm talking on a position of a privileged people.
Yeah, yeah.
But we, do you mean humans in general?
I mean, you and I, because we can't speak up for others,
exactly.
right? Like, we don't know their position.
Yeah. I think I can speak for myself only.
Yeah.
Here I'm speaking for myself. I think I do have choices.
Yeah, so if you have choices, don't you think you should choose those other options so that animals are not enslaved for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever considered going vegan?
Yeah. I was a pescatarian for some time. Then I back to eat a bit more meat. But every time that I can not eat, I do.
I was a
I do.
pescatarian also, but then I
Yeah.
became a vegetarian.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's very interesting. I saw what a puffer fish does. Have you ever seen what a puffer fish does?
I have seen so much things about fish, and it's like it's very scary. Also.
So the puffer fish, what they do is in order to attract the female,
Yeah.
they create this beautiful round art to attract the females on the bottom of the ocean. It's freaking gorgeous. And they create these intricacies, these complexities to it, and it's all perfectly round, perfectly symmetrical always. I'm like, if they can do this, they're very intelligent, And we choose to eat them. That's insane, right?
Yeah.
And just recently we found out that cows are as smart as monkeys. They have this capability that we never knew. They can use one single tool in multiple ways.
Yeah.
Isn't it completely unfair that we impregnate them so that we can have their milk? and
No,
we take
that's
their
crazy.
baby?
It's crazy. Yeah, about the milk, it's insane. No, the milk, it's totally the industry need,
milk,
right?
cheese, all
Okay,
of
what
it,
we're gonna do with all of this? Let's make money out of it. Let's put in a box and let's.
Do you think you should be vegan?
If I go in line with what I am saying to
Yeah.
you, and that I occupy a privileged position, that I have choices, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if I go in the direction, they're like very rigid, I think yes.
But you not only because you have the like. Do you think that when we have privilege, we have a duty to use our privilege to also help the unprivileged?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you
yes.
see,
I'm talking for myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
In what I can try.
well, I'm a
But-
white male, so I have more privilege than you because
Yeah,
you're a
that's
female,
true.
right?
It's
so,
true.
And
It's
I'll tell,
true. It's
I'll,
true.
I'll tell you with my privilege.
Oh, I have to go soon because we
Yeah,
are in
that's
the
fine.
work
That's
time.
fine. I'll just tell you this: because we're privileged, right, with the position that we're in, as you said, because we have this freedom of choice and all these choices. If we choose to make these choices, we also make the products cheaper for people who have less choices, and we make it more abundant for people who don't have the choice. And on top of that, we're saving animals, we're saving the environment, we're doing a lot of good things. Veganism is about respecting their rights and putting yourself in their shoes, because none of us want to be in their shoes, right?
Yes, that's right.
And the thing about it is every choice we make puts one of those animals in their shoes. And every choice matters in that matter, right? Like we can think of it, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, oh, I'll go in that direction. But every choice we make, even if you stop tomorrow, along that way, you make a choice and one innocent animal may be enslaved and killed for you because you made that choice.
Yeah. I really have to go. My last
Yeah.
statement is like in the choice that we make, I think in every choice that we make, regardless of animals and veganism and anything, implicates serving a system that we not
But
necessarily
some choices
agree.
are obviously better
Yes.
than others. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying,
that's
right?
true. That's true.
Uh,
I have to go. I
I'll just
really
give
have
you
to
this
go.
card. Challenge 22, they can help you go vegan for free, okay?
Ciao.
Have a good
Take
one.
care.
Thank you. Your
Bye.
friend is there for you. Bye. The capitalist stuff, I don't like the capitalist excuse. There's no ethical conception under capitalism. Yes, there is. Stop it with that nonsense. Well, it's not completely ethical, but that's a nirvana fallacy. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism is nothing more than a nirvana fallacy, isn't it? You're a hypocrite. I think when you want to write something, make sure that you're typing it correctly, because Y-O-U apostrophe R-E means you are. Y-O-U-R means it's a possessive pronoun. It means I belong. So what you're saying right now is that I have a hypocrite, which I don't have anyone. I don't own individuals. But assuming I'm just going to go with God intent and you're claiming I'm a hypocrite, I stream on a phone okay, made by slaves. It's not made by slaves, no. I bought it second hand, so thank you for that. But thank you for being concerned with that. That's a very important topic also to speak about. Using 5G that kills all small animals near 5G towers. I did not choose 5G, sadly, but there's nothing I can do about it, is there? If I have a choice, I would choose the one that doesn't. But thank you for virtue signaling it. That's what some people like you like to do. They like to virtue signal because in that way they feel better about themselves. I'm pretty sure you also use 5G, by the way. And call every else wrong, then laugh when they bring it up. Well, I laugh when you bring it up because it's a stupid argument, isn't it? It's a stupid argument because it's like, imagine somebody saying, hey, look, there's this product that enslaves women, and you can choose this other product easily. And then you're like, yeah, but what about cell towers? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, honestly. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Just because animals are involved or harmed in cell towers, in the production of houses, in the production of roads, it has nothing to do with the enslavement that you support. Absolutely nothing. So you choosing to bring up this nonsense bullshit argument about, oh, look at that, you're a hypocrite. Why? I choose to not enslave animals. And if you provide me with choices where there are better choices for me, where I don't have to enslave animals, I'll make those choices. But until then, you just virtue signaling means absolutely nothing. It just means you're behaving illogical. And you know what we do with people who behave illogical? We call them silly. Are you so silly? Don't be silly. Veganism is so gay? Fuck yeah. Gay means cool on this channel, so veganism is very cool. You are right about that. Thank you for that. Plants have lives? Yes, so does bacteria. Doesn't mean plants' life or bacteria lives matters, does it? What matters is the sentient individuals. And obviously, if you think plant lives matter, then you should know that you kill more plants when you consume animal products, because animals are fed more plants in that process, so therefore you kill more plants. Thought on hunting wild animals. You don't even call them by their name, you call them game. That's the name of their flesh, that we give to their flesh. Thoughts on hunting, it's violence for no reason. Why would that be good? Thoughts on hunting humans. Don't do it. What is cost to product almond milk and what's it cost to produce almond milk and avocados? Well, if you have a problem with almond milk and avocados, don't have them. No, just simple as that. Don't have them. Don't have those. Funny, you wear a Rick and Morty cap even if they eat meat in the show. Yeah, so what? What does that mean, anything? Do you think I should disregard what Einstein was saying? Well, Einstein was actually pretty much vegan. He was for animal rights. But do you think I should disregard, I don't know, what Stephen Hawking was saying because he was consuming animal products? Oh no, Stephen Hawking was consuming animal products. I'm not going to read his book because of that. What the fuck do you mean? What kind of a, that's a, what do you call it? That's a ad hominem fallacy, isn't it? You're like, this person is ... therefore his argument is wrong. That has nothing to do. Doesn't mean anything. I like the show because I like the show, and in fact there's a lot of references in Rick and Morty towards being vegan, which that probably flew over your head, but there's a lot of those references there. You'll probably see them if you understand what veganism is. But if you don't understand what veganism is, you won't see the references, because a lot of the times when you think about veganism, you just think about the thing that you put in your mouth. But I'll tell you right here, right now, veganism has nothing to do with what you put in your mouth. Veganism has everything to do with the rights of animals. And Rick and Morty is very much about that. In fact, they explore the subject of rights and the nihilism of the universe, as well as the, the existentialism of it. So, in that matter, I like it. I like the show. Do I like that they consume animal products? No, I don't, but, what can I do? I gotta live in this world. Stop pushing your propaganda. I can't take it anymore. It wasn't propaganda, by the way. Everything I mentioned so far has been scientifically proven. It's not propaganda. Rick and Morty is the best. Hell yeah. Hey, Tufty, nice to see you here. Why are you in Amsterdam? Why are you where you are? What kind of question is that? Because I live here, that's why. Somebody says that Neil doesn't understand how slavery works. Oh, Neil understands enough to know that slavery is wrong. You're weak and weak-minded. Well, I'm neither weak nor weak-minded, but I guess if that helps you sleep at night and makes you feel better about your choices, you can think that about myself. I hope you just start considering the innocent sentient beings that you are exploiting and abusing for your choices. Chip is in Amsterdam because of his chosen gravitational spot. Fuck yeah, I love it. That's my chosen gravitational spot. Yeah, I like the gravity here in Amsterdam. You're just an angry vegan. Nah, I'm not angry, bro. You see me smiling. I'm actually having a good time. It's funny to read the stupidity of comments, some stupid comments. You are ignorant that you think plants aren't sentient. Yeah, sentience is an emerging property of brains. It's essentially like, let me explain it this way. Sentience is like software. Sentience is to the brain what some type of software is to the hard drive, right? Like, it's an emerging property. So if you don't have a brain, you can't have sentience. It's the same thing. If you don't have a hard drive, you can't have software without it. I'm trying to explain it to you because sentience is an emerging property of brains. So again, if you don't have it, you can't have it. And you could say, well, what if sentience was built another way in different organisms? Sure, I'm not denying that that's not a possibility. It's just that scientifically we haven't proven sentience in anywhere else other than the animals that we have had. And it's also incredibly difficult to prove sentience because, these individuals, they don't tell us. So we go by things like, do they remember that we do awful shit to them. We go by, things like not that if they run away from something, but rather do they have a emotional reaction to that something. Like it's a whole thing. But imagine if you think plants are sentient, you kill more plants when you consume animal products. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but that's the logic. That's the reality, because animals eat more plants. In order to grow an animal, you have to feed them a lot of plants, and then when you kill them, you get less calories than you would if you just grew plants and ate them directly yourself. And yeah, you can eat their fruit also. See, plants want you to eat their fruit. Exactly, I completely agree. That's why the fruits are generally have sugar or are tasty, because they do want animals or humans to eat them, so that they poop them out and they grow multiple other plants. And normally tempeh made from soy is tastier than chickpea-based tempeh. Marissa, I have not tried anything other than soy-made tempeh. And I fucking love tempeh, Marissa. Okay, if you're a tempeh fan, okay, this is, because not a lot of people like tempeh, right? So to my fellow vegans, or non-vegans, maybe you tell me, which do you like more, tofu or tempeh? Like if you could live 80% of your life with one and 20% with the other, which one would you choose for 80%, tofu or tempeh? Twisted says tofu. Marissa says hard to decide. Marissa, it's also hard to decide for me. I'll give you that. Seitan, a lot of people. Seitan is also a good choice, true. Seitan is a good one. Tofu. Tofu's so versatile. That's the thing, isn't it? Tofu's more versatile. You want to have a conversation?
German?
No, English.
No? Only English. My English is shit.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
You're live?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Have a good one. You can make desserts from tofu. Yeah, that's also a good point. Yeah, maybe tofu. Maybe so I would tell you this. I like the taste of tempeh more, and the texture of tempeh is better, but tofu is considerably more versatile. I'll give you that. Tofu is just more versatile, and it's also, I think tofu has also more protein per calorie, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll give you that. Might as well eat celery. Celery is also good. I like it, especially celery root. Like if you put it in the oven, celery root. Oh, when it caramelizes, fuck me, that's delicious. With some potatoes in the oven. Ooh, forget about it. Whew.
Hi.
Hey, you wanna have a conversation?
Yeah, sure.
Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Live?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, you can't be on YouTube.
Okay, tell me
You
what
can be
you're
off
doing, because I'm
camera.
really
Sure. We can still have the conversation just off camera.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
Lena. Oh,
Lena.
sorry.
Chip. Where are you from, Lena?
Amsterdam. Here. I live like right over there.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good area.
Yeah, thanks.
I live in South, but yeah, also Amsterdam.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for
Oh.
animals. How do you feel
Oh,
about
that's
animals?
good. I feel pretty good. I donate to WWF.
You donate to WWF?
Yeah. That's the only thing I pretty know about it for.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you think we should be enslaving animals?
No.
No. So slavery of animals is bad, right?
Yeah.
Do you think farming animals is slavery?
Yeah, I do think so.
Right.
Because you use them for your own good, right?
Exactly. Do you pay for animals to be farmed?
Well, I do eat dairy and stuff, so yes.
Yeah.
But I was vegetarian for a year because of her.
But do you think you need to consume these products?
No.
No. And you said specifically dairy. Do you know what happens to cows for the production of milk?
Yeah, they get taken away from their younglings, right? And then they think they keep giving it to the children, but it's not children.
Yeah, and then they kill it. Do you know why they take them from their children?
Yeah, because of that way they keep producing the milk.
Well, so that they can take the milk. Because if the baby stays with the mother, they drink the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have to separate them. Like,
yeah. No, I think it's a really bad thing. I think it's a good thing that you're talking to people about it and raising awareness.
So what's keeping you from being vegan and not paying for this shit?
Yeah, it's gonna sound really selfish, but I think it's really. I don't know
It's
if I
really
could
selfish?
do. I
Come on.
I don't know if I could
it's
do the
not a
diet,
good
but
excuse.
I do really consider going back to vegetarian. But vegan would be really a step too far for me.
Yeah, but vegetarian, you're still paying for animals to be exploited and slaughtered.
What do you mean? Vegan? Because I still eat dairy and stuff, you mean?
Yeah, dairy is the cruelest thing to animals.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
at least with meat, they get killed, but with dairy, they get repeatedly impregnated. Their babies are taken from them and they're killed.
That's true, yeah, but I think it's diet-wise, I really do consider being vegetarian, but like vegan, I think I would first have to be vegetarian before going vegan because it's like baby steps, you know. But
Well-
I do get what you're saying because,
Well,
yeah.
your difficulty is your difficulty, right?
Yeah.
But how do you think that compares to the difficulty that the animal
That's true.
has?
No, I really agree, but I don't think I would do it because what I fear is if I would go to the vegan immediately, I would quit way too soon, you know, because it's like it's a big impact on my life, and my parents also would be really big like supporters. But I think if like body-wise, I think I would definitely consider doing the first step vegetarian, and from vegetarian on go further. Because if I all of a sudden I go vegan, I see myself quitting in a month.
Well, if you're gonna think that way, it's obviously gonna happen. I'll just say
Yeah,
it
that's
that way,
true.
right?
That is
like if
true.
you're gonna start in that mentality, it's obviously gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I just put it this way: like every choice we make matters,
Mhm.
and every time we choose an animal product, an innocent animal gets enslaved and killed for us, right?
Yeah.
It's not that one animal that we bought, but the next one, you know, the
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is change our choices. You go into the supermarket, pick from this to this.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that really such a difficult choice?
No, not really.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let me give you a card.
Yeah,
Like
give me.
I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, of course. I
I
was
think
really
you already
wondering
have
what
the
you were
right
doing.
values. Just you know.
I have to put them in action.
You should, because you know
Yeah.
if I say it's wrong to abuse women, but I go and abuse women, it would be fucked up, wouldn't it?
That wouldn't really- yeah, no, you're right.
values matter when we also apply them.
Okay, yeah.
Challenge 22. They hook you up with a dietitian. They send you recipes every day. They
Oh,
help
yeah.
you go vegan.
Awesome, thank you.
22 days. Want to try it?
Good. I would. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm definitely looking into it.
Try it.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Cheers. You want to have a conversation?
My English is not good, but I try speaking.
Okay. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
No, not like you
Just like this? Okay.
Just speaking.
What's your name?
My name is Ashkam.
Ashkam. Chip, nice to
Yes,
meet you.
this is my culture.
Where are you from?
I'm from Turkey. You?
Romania originally. But I live
Romania.
here. Yeah.
Yes, I like this country's people.
Do you live here?
No, I am traveling now. This is my cousins. I am coming this year. This is my second coming. It's good. India is so good, and night life is so good. I like this there. What's your job normally?
I'm a software engineer. But let me tell you.
Engineer.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I'm an animal rights activist right now. I'm here to speak for animals.
You speak for animals?
Yeah, yeah.
I am nurse.
Yeah.
Maybe you
That's
wanting
cool.
me human.
Yeah.
You speak my human. I don't know animal.
Yeah.
You maybe speaking me animal, not animal. You speak me people. I say you
Yeah,
because
you're
I
a
am
nurse for people.
Yes,
yeah. Yeah. So I try to fight for the rights of animals. You try to help people, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think it's okay to treat animals like objects?
Okay, I say you. This one's crocodile. These two lion. These three.
No, I think it's difficult to have this conversation because you're not understanding me correctly. I'll give you a card, okay? Because
Yes,
it's
can
very
you-
difficult.
can you give me
Yeah, I'll
card?
give you a card. Yeah, here.
Thank you.
Here you go. You have my YouTube channel, and you also maybe watch the main, and you'll
It's
see
your
what it is.
YouTube channel?
Yeah, you have my YouTube channel. Also,
But
yeah.
I don't like this cow.
You don't like this cow?
Yes, I like dog.
Well, cows deserve to live also.
Yes, thank you. Have a
good
nice
one.
day, bro.
Cheers. Have a good one. It's always nice to see a male nurse. Always nice. I appreciate the work that they do as nurses. I think everyone, we're gonna end it soon. It's cold. It's very cold, and I have to go home, work a little bit, and then stop. So if somebody stops while I'm sitting here and having a conversation with the chat, we'll have another conversation. But if not, I'm gonna go because it's pretty fucking cold. I like the respectful approach. Well, you see, I'm trying to have conversations. I'm trying to be a little bit more respectful. I'm trying new things. You see. So let's see if we have some conversations right here in the chat. If we have some people asking questions, come on, let's have some questions towards me. I'm here. I'm an animal rights activist. I'm a bodybuilder. I'm a power lifter. You know, I'm a certified nutritionist. Vegans are gay. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. We are very cool. Gay means cool on this channel, and I appreciate you calling us cool. We are indeed very cool. It's not true that all vegans are cool, but what the reality of it is, veganism is cool, because choosing to not oppress others, even though everyone around you is doing it, it's the coolest thing you can do. It's the bravest thing you can do. You stand up against injustice, even though everyone around you is committing the injustice. Is all your clothes animal free? 100%, look. 100%, yes. I check out pufferfish art, is amazing. Right, you tops? It's fucking amazing. You know? And the thing about it is, like, I was thinking these days about it. Wait, before that, what you bench? I think my last bench was 135. No, 130 was my last bench. My next one is gonna be 135. But I had an injury in my elbow, so I'm almost fully recovered. So maybe in a month or two, I'll probably bench that. Homosexual is cool too. Exactly, it's cool. Yeah. But 135 kg, to be clear, not pounds. Pounds is what's 135 kg in pounds, everyone? What's your best recipe? I think I personally like to make either curries. They're very simple, but the one that I like making the most is chili sin carne, because it's just very high in protein, very easy and quick to make, and 260. Yeah, it's something like 260. Yeah. I want to get to 315 by the end of the year, so that's my goal. It's road to 350. It's like 200? No, it's definitely more than 200, because I know that 220 is 100 kg, so it's more than 200. Have you got the immigration issue under control in your country? Yeah. We allow immigrants to come here because they better our country. So immigration is very much under control here. We respect humans here. Almost 300, says Luke. Okay, it's 297. Oh, okay, that's cool. Almost 300. Yeah, so I want to get to 315 essentially this year. That's what I want to get to. There is only one guy at the gym who does 315 right now, and he does it for reps, which is fucking amazing. But yeah, immigration is gay. I agree with you. Immigration is cool. Thank you for calling immigration cool. It's true. Immigrants are very cool people. You do not respect the human race? The human race, I guess you mean the human species. I do respect the human species. That's why I fight for animal rights, because it betters also all of humanity. Why did I get timed out for asking questions? I don't think you got timed out, because I still see your question right here, right now. I just think that, what's your name? It's Rascals2390. I think you probably haven't been on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't like a lot of things that you can say. Like, in fact, a lot of the times I'm in a lot of channels where I just ask simple questions, and it's either one word or it's an expression or something that YouTube then just removes my comment. So, maybe try to formulate it in a different manner. Vegan Gains is a vegan bodybuilder. Yeah, and he's massive as fuck, and he's strong also. So there you go.
Where they are blackmailing American politicians.
Depends on the immigrant. Yeah, depends on the immigrant. But the thing about it is, though, whether you're an immigrant or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make you any better or worse of a person, right? It depends on what kind of person you are. So singling out immigrants is not really a good thing to do, is it? Because it just sounds like it's a little I don't know what to call it. It's xenophobic. It's a little bit xenophobic, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube removes it. If the mod removed it, I trust the mod did it because they knew what they were doing. I don't know what to tell you. Immigrants are gay? Yeah, some of them are. That's okay. It's okay to be gay. We love gay people here. Do you agree that we are all immoral on a day-to-day basis? No, I don't agree with that. No. First of all, I don't think. Let me explain to you, Mr. It's Rascals 2390, which you're trying to commit yet again a nirvana fallacy, or maybe you're going towards this appeal to futility. By the way, it's going to start raining really soon. Let me explain to you. People are not moral or immoral. People are just people. The actions that people do are either moral or immoral. So if you're choosing to exploit innocent sentient beings, what you're doing is immoral. If you're choosing to, slap women's asses without their consent, that's definitely immoral, right? Like, there's actions you could be doing that are immoral, but at the same time, you could be doing a lot of moral actions. In fact, at the same time, you could be doing virtue things. Like, you could literally, at the same time, be trying to save homeless people. You could be trying to stop wars. You could be trying to, you could be a firefighter where you risk your life trying to save people. but none of that justifies the immoral things that you're doing, right? Doing virtue things or doing moral things does not justify doing the immoral things, because that's if you claim it does, that's a form of moral licensing, and it's not a way that you want to live your life, because then a lot of awful things could be justified, and we shouldn't do that. We don't like that. Like we logically. We have to treat actions in isolations, and actions can either be moral or immoral. So everyone with a smartphone is an immoral act. Everyone who buys a smartphone and they have if you're buying a smartphone and you're choosing the one that is committing more injustice, then yeah, what you're doing is immoral. What do you mean? Obviously. If you have the option to choose the one that does less injustice, if you have that option, obviously, then of course, right? Like we have to acknowledge, option has to be a big part of it. That's the whole thing. That's the moral aspect of it. If I'm in a situation where the only way for me to conduct my life is to do an immoral act, then the immorality can be justified into some matter, can't it? Like I'm on a deserted island. If the only way for me to survive is to piss in somebody's mouth or some weird shit that I gotta do, I might need to do that. I hope I never get to do that. I hope I never have to do that, just FYI, and whatever. It's getting weird. I wonder if you can make ice cream with space milk. Space milk? What's space milk? Peas milk, you mean? What is that? You guys should eat man milk? Whatever. You don't need a phone to survive. You do need a phone here in the Netherlands, otherwise you can't get the residency. And we're not talking about survival, right? Like I'm not telling you that you're surviving on a plan. I'm telling you you'll have an absolutely fucking amazing life on a plant-based diet without exploiting animals. Blueberries. Do you farm blueberries? I don't farm blueberries. Do I buy blueberries? Yeah, from time to time I buy blueberries. But they're expensive, so I don't buy them that often. Needing a phone is crazy. Yeah, it sadly is, but that's a reality, isn't it? Farmers rule, vegans rule. Well, I don't know. I'm not for slavery. Your examples are a bit wild sometimes. I know. I kind of like being a little bit wild sometimes. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I say what you eat has very little to do with an amazing life. I don't know, to some people. First of all, being vegan is not about what you eat. It's about the choices you make in every single thing that you do in your life, right? Like if you choose to go to a zoo, no matter how much you eat, you're doing something immoral. So it's not that. You are a bit extreme. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously extreme to choose to not enslave individuals. When we live in a world that everybody enslaves individuals, the extreme position would be to not enslave individuals. But I'd rather be in the right position, even though it may seem like an extreme position to some of people who are so used to the normality of their life. Are you against any type of domesticated animals? There are not cows in the wild. If we stop eating beef, they would disappear. Yeah, imagine being concerned about cows disappearing while paying for cows to be slaughtered. Wow, that's hypocrisy at its finest. God damn, I love free labor and food. Yeah, you love slavery, essentially. And yeah, obviously, when you're in the position in the slaver, you're gonna enjoy it, right? But my values say it's wrong to enslave, and I live by my values. And if you don't have values, what the fuck do you even have in life? Like, we live in a society where pleasure and you can get pleasure so easily in today's society, isn't it? No matter what your situation is, unless you're have some disease or something, which I hope you don't, and I'm sorry if you do, you're going to be able to get pleasure in your day-to-day life considerably more than any one of our ancestors ever could. So you essentially do have privilege over any other human being that has lived hundreds of years ago. To use that privilege and try to maximize, like to try and only consider your pleasure and maximize your pleasure is so boring, because life isn't just about pleasure. There's just so much beauty to life, isn't there? There's the experiences that you have in life. There's the things that you can learn. Like, there's just so many cool things you can learn in life. Like, I genuinely fucking love knowledge and love learning new stuff. It's always so good. It always opens your mind. It's such an experience to learn. And to just focus on these, I would call them pathetic taste pleasure. It's so, I don't know, it's just so, it's so mid, it's so basic, right? I don't want to be a dick to you if you'd like doing that. Like, obviously I enjoy food also. I'm a foodie, fuck man, I love food so much, but to just make your life all about it, unless you're like maybe in a situation where you're like, I don't know, have an eating disorder, then I'm sorry if you do that, I get that, but like, if you just, if you go into this position where you oppress sentient beings for taste pleasure, it's a very sad situation to be in, to justify it. Like, it's a very, like, I feel sorry for you if your life is like that. And just, I feel sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick, but it's a bad situation to be in. Exploit cows, that's a stretch. It isn't. We're being cruel and unjust towards them, so we're exploiting them. We're treating them as a means to an end, so we're exploiting them. Let's see the result of the poll, by the way. Okay, the result of the polls are: can you respect animals and not be vegan? 50% of people said they're ignorant. Okay. 35% says no, you have to be vegan. I appreciate that 35%. And 15% said, I don't know, educate me. Well, it's lovely to see that some people don't know, and I'll explain it. There is a 3-minute video that I pinned in the description of this stream. Maybe give that a watch, you'll understand what it is about. It's about not being selfish. Thank you for somebody mentioning the word selfish. It's about respecting the rights of sentient beings. It's about considering that you are not the only person on this planet. It's about not committing injustice when you have a readily available choice, when you have options. Yeah, there's a lot of things there. Like, it's a 3-minute video after all. 3 minutes out of your life to learn a little bit about what it is that you're supporting. It means nothing. And then, you know what, you get to choose. That's the beauty of it, because after you watch this 3 minutes, you get to say, you know what, it's fucked up. But if you say it's fucked up and you go ahead and continue supporting it, that's the true fucked upness of it. But if you say it's fucked up and it's like, I want to change, then you have all the resources available there. It's simple. You are not a patriot, man. I bet you have many things to say about Gaza, too. I'm not a patriot, man. Patriotism is fucking stupid, I'm sorry, nationalism is fucking stupid, because there's a difference. If you like a country, I like the Netherlands. You could say I'm a patriot of the Netherlands. I like a lot of their values. And in fact, the reason why I do this here a lot is because I think Netherlands is a fucking amazing country, and it would be an even more amazing country if people would actually respect the animals here. But patriotism itself, nationalism, this idea of having some form of devotion towards an artificial term that we invented, an artificial administrative territory that we drew in the sand. You have to pledge allegiance to this. I drew with my chalk this land over here, and because you came out of your mother's vagina on this chalk that I drew with my chalk over here, and because you came out of your mother's vagina in here, you absolutely have to respect this place that I drew with my chalk and called it Chalkland. Like, honestly, the fuck, what do you mean? It means nothing, it's just a place. You could say, okay, well, the culture or something, sure, you can respect the culture, but that's not being patriotism. And also, there's not one single culture in the place. Like, for instance, I lived in Romania, is the most basic, like, it's the most, I don't want to call it unicultural, but it is it's the culture in Romania. It's widely homogenous. Like there's just kind of the same thing everywhere. But even there, where it's kind of the same thing everywhere, when you move from one region to another, there's still different sides to the cultures, different aspects to the cultures, different ways that people speak, different ways that people behave. So to say, well, Romania, I pledge allegiance to Romania, the fuck are you talking about? You don't behave the same as most Romanians because you have this. Your culture is not the same as most Romanians because you have this. In fact, nobody behaves the same as most people in their country because most people in their country behave differently to each other. Like it's just a silly concept. It's just something that we created, after kingdoms and shit. It means nothing. I'm sorry. You got me on a rant right now. There's nothing wrong with homogenous culture. Nothing wrong. No, I don't think that. I wasn't saying it as if there's something wrong. In fact, I wholeheartedly support any type of homogenous culture they want to have. That's literally how people develop their own culture. Yeah, exactly. That's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that even in a place where there's a homogenous culture, there still is variation through that. And the fact that there is variation even within that should get you saying that why should I accept that I'm a Romanian? Why shouldn't I accept that I'm a Moldavian because I came from that region? Why shouldn't I pledge allegiance to Moldavia? Why shouldn't I pledge allegiance to the county that I was in? I come from a small county in Romania. Why shouldn't I pledge allegiance to the city that I'm in? Why shouldn't I pledge allegiance to the close group of friends where I'm so close in culture, yet even amongst that we have differences? Why shouldn't I just pledge allegiance to my family, even though even within my own family there's differences, right? Like pledging allegiance to this one thing, like it's silly. And reality is that borders are stupid. I like what Skyjack Morgan, I don't know if you know what Skyjack Morgan is saying. I really like what he's saying. Birds are free. There's no borders for birds. We have borders. We're kept in these. Somebody drew a fucking with the chalk in the land and said, you're not allowed to cross this. Or you were born here. You came out of your mother's vagina here. You're not allowed to be here. Why? I didn't choose to be on this land, and I align more with the people on this side. Yeah, but fuck you. That's exactly it. Like, that's silly, all these, like we have to think a little bit. I think we're so many people today, and there's this problem when there's too many, when there's a lot of people, there's this problem that all of us, if we just follow what the other person is doing or what we've been told to do, we end up doing stupid things without even realizing it. And that's also what we do when we consume animal products, isn't it? Because we just follow what everyone else does. Don't do that. Just... If you get me started. Vegans don't have an objective moral system. Well, first of all, there are people who have an objective moral system, and I can make some arguments for why my moral system is closer to objectivity than yours, because mine is based in logic and critical thinking. Yours is based on a book that somebody wrote. So even at your best, if you think that book was somehow a message from a creature that lives in the sky and doesn't have a penis but calls himself a man, even if you believe that creature who calls himself a man and doesn't, or whose pronouns are that of a man but doesn't have a penis and lives in the sky, even if that creature did create morality, then that creature, sadly, that would still make it subjective because it's coming from that creature. The Bible is a fiction book, yeah. I agree. It will never be objective if you're an atheist. I don't think you know what objectivity is, but that's okay, maybe you'll learn. Fuck all borders, we are all earthlings. Fuck yeah, I love that. This guy mentions penises and vaginas an awful lot. Yeah. Yeah, so sadly I kind of have to, don't I? But I meant like God is not a man and his pronouns are he, him. A lot of people would say that the God's pronouns are he, him, and he's not a man. So we already know that somebody who people claim, who these conservatives think is not a man, can still have the he, him pronouns. So how about we just respect their pronouns? Oh, that's funny. That's a good argument for pronouns, isn't it? Logic is not objective. Sure, buddy. Logic is a... I don't know how to put it. It's a methodology to describe the universe in an objective way, isn't it? Yeah, it has universal laws. You can be a man without a penis. 100% Jason. Completely agree. But you know, the conservatives don't, yet they say that, yeah, you know what I mean, it's fine. Yeah, okay, I can't go into this nonsense. I want to give a shout out to Draculum for being the first person to comment on the last stream. In case you don't know and you're wondering what the hell am I talking about, when we close the stream, we give shout outs to the first people who comment on the stream. I want to give a shout out to Marissa for being the first person to comment the number of the stream that they saw it in the thumbnail. I hide the number in the thumbnail, and the first person in this chat who says the number gets a shout out. Marissa was first. Legend of El Zorro says, "Can I get a shout out?" I mean, Legend of El Zorro, only if you go vegan or only if you are already vegan. Yeah. And the first person to comment on the stream once, I want to give a shout out, but I think that was still Marissa, if I'm not mistaken. So, shout out to Marissa also. Double shout out, Marissa. It's so cold. My fingers are frozen and I'm wearing gloves. Like, it's that fucking cold. Chip, love your taxi driver glasses. Are they taxi driver glasses? You know, the funny thing is they're not glasses. You see, they're not sunglasses. You see, they're an addition to the glasses. They're just a thing that I add on my glasses. Your mom's rubbish? Nah, my mom's a cool person. My mom's a very cool person. Shout out to Chip. Thank you. My mom's a really cool person. But you know, she's her own person. I'm not responsible for who she is. Hey, Lewis. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. You know, I'll see you in the next one, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I might be here with Lodevike, but we'll see, because he said he has some things to do, so we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. Are your parents vegan? Sadly, no, they're not. I wish they were, but they're not, no. Sometimes makes the relationship a little bit difficult, but you know, I try to tell myself that they don't know what they're doing to some extent. Yeah, no. What can you do? You gotta cope with it, right? That's the worst part as a vegan, that you gotta cope with the fact that the people you love are not vegan and they're doing this horrific thing. You gotta cope with it. It's gonna hail, not even it's gonna rain, it's just gonna hail. What's the last thing you unknowingly purchased which wasn't vegan? I don't think it counts as a purchase, but when I bought my protein powder, which was vegan, obviously, when I bought my protein bars, which were all vegan, obviously, I got one free thing from that company. I did not want anything, so I didn't choose, and I said I don't want anything, literally in the cart, and they sent me a non-vegan protein bar. I don't like it, but I gave it to a homeless person, so, you know, there's at least that. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. See you in the next one. It's gonna